Welcome to Breaking the Chain. I'm Jacob.
I'm Cody.
And we got a lot of big news today. We have the Pro Tour, and the Pro Tour to talk about. So
Oh, we got way more than that to talk about.
we have a lot to talk about.
There's a
Yeah,
lot.
we got spoilers. We've got the calling Atlanta.
Yeah, calling Atlanta.
Just a small one on that, and
Um,
just so much.
but yeah, we got so much. So let's just get started. How was your weekend Flesh Blood? It was you were local, right?
Yeah, nothing crazy. I just decided to pass my time here locally. No, I went to the Pro Tour and it was super cool. The first tier four I've ever played in, and um, it was such a good experience. It's so much fun. I always love going out to those events, and it's been like over a year since I've been to a Flesh and Blood event outside the state. So I'm
What
really
was last
excited to
time?
be able to have gone. It's been a long time. And I'm hopefully planning to go to Atlanta, but we'll get more into that. But man, do you just want me to talk through my whole
Oh,
Pro Tour experience?
go for it. This is
Okay.
this is your time.
So sat down to play in the Pro Tour, first get there Thursday night, fly in, planes delayed, but not a huge deal. I think like all the planes from Colorado were like delayed that day.
I think
It
they
was
were.
like a little
I
weird.
think everywhere it was delayed a bit. It was kind of funky. I think it was something
Yeah,
about the weather in Vegas, is what I heard.
that makes sense. Well, it was weird because like my plane, they're like, "Oh, it's delayed because we're just behind already on like three different flights." So, whatever. But like we get in, we have a good time. We sit down. We're in the like I get there a little bit before the event hall. I go to drop off all my stuff and they're in the middle of cleaning and they're like, "Nope, you can't come in here. You got to wait another 50 minutes." So, yeah.
For the
And it
plane?
was like no, for the room.
Okay. I was
That
like,
but it was
what?
like 4 p.m., so I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm like carrying all my stuff around with me for like an hour in the hotel till I finally go back up and drop it all off. But then the event centers opens up. I hang out with a bunch of people. We go check out all the shops. I get the new Vegas coin.
We got that one. Nice.
I did.
I saw it on Tuesday. I didn't realize it spun until I saw it in person.
Yeah, no,
So
it's so
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got the Vegas coin and then sit down for the keynote. And we'll go more into the keynote later when we're talking about all the spoilers.
Hell
But
yeah, we
there's
will.
so much. It was so cool. It was so hype. Like, it was probably the coolest keynote I've ever experienced. And
I can only imagine what the room was like.
absolutely crazy. It was so cool. I saved seats for everyone, but didn't save a seat for myself. So I sat on the floor. Um,
That's funny.
it was a good time. And then, but yeah, that keynote was just insane.
Yeah, there's
But
so
then
fun to be in
afterwards,
person.
mhm. Then the next day we jump into the Pro Tour. So I'm sitting down. I'm like, man, I've practiced so much. I I felt pretty good about a lot of things, but I sit down for the Pro Tour. My first round is RKO. No practice in the RKO, and did not get there, which is fine. But I'm trying to remember like all the matchups.
You messaged me a little bit for the first few.
Yeah, I did keep you a little bit updated. But I remember my second one was a Jarl. And I had game plan into Jarl. It felt so good to sit down in the Yarrow and like execute my game plan. I felt a little bad, but like it's the Pro Tour, I'm not gonna hold back
Yeah.
or any. But like I felt a little bad because like I was on top of my game plan. I'm sitting down and I'm like, okay, well I'm setting up edge of their seats so I can dominate my crush attack over their defenses. And then they're like they have a lot of arsenal disruption. Put seismic eruption. Put edge of their seats in their arsenal. So like every time it's like plow under, I'm like in response, seismic eruption, or in response this, or I put a card that I didn't care about that I'm either gonna sink or he's gonna sink, and I'm like I don't care either or. So it's like it was it felt like such a good game. I'm just responding and or like I'm responding to his arsenal disruption. I am being able to play around his like big attacks or like I see you sitting on his arsenal for a while. It's like, oh, this is gonna be an oak and old. Let me set a defense reaction in arsenal this time. Set a defense reaction. He throws the oak in. I'm able to block it. Like I played my game plan, what is probably almost perfectly, and I threw pulverize for win. It was
Hell yeah.
it was a good game, but I definitely was very dominant in that game. So
Dominant.
yeah, exactly. But no, it was a good game, and it was like it feels good. Like I had a game plan. I
Yeah.
executed the game plan. I got there, sweet, and then sit down for my next match. Play against Fi. I have a game plan into Fi. We're playing. It's a actually insanely good game. We're so back and forth, and then I drop down to 1 life to take all the momentum and all the cards from my opponent. He has no armor, no cards, no arsenal. I've taken all the momentum. And then he's like, well, I think this is it. I'm like, I think this is it too. Like, this is the end of the game.
No.
Draw my next hand and draw. Like, we're not even close to second cycle at this point. But I draw the only 4 cards in my deck that lose me that game.
Dang.
It was because I just needed anything that cost 3. Like, even if I threw Hammer for 4 in that moment, he's like, I would have had to block with 2 cards, and I wouldn't have had to go against Source, or something weird about that. And then, like, I would have just been able to dominate the next turn
Yeah.
because I had, like, a Seismic Eruption. But because I couldn't take 2 cards, he was able to go a little bit wider with, like, a blue fishing back a Phoenix Flame. But it was like it was such a good game, but it was like I drew tech or Roiling Fissure. I drew Roiling Fissure, Tectonic Instability, Tectonic Instability. And those are my only 4 3
Wow.
costs left in deck. Or not 3 costs. My only 4 0
Wow.
costs left in deck. So I couldn't have Hammer come in for 4. And I drew my hand. I'm like, oh my god.
That's rough. Dang.
And they were also like I also had all 3 Terra Sunders still left in deck. And like if I Terra Sundered, he would just die because I'd throw a hammer for even for 4 would have killed
Yeah.
him. So it was an insanely good game, but it was so funny. Like I think we were both like, game's over, good play, and then I draw my hand. I'm like, game's not over. He's
That's
like,
always so funny when
can't
that happens.
be. It was good. Immediately cut Rolling Fissure for the next day. I didn't
Yeah,
get it
Ziggy wasn't
then,
very
but
popular, huh?
obviously. Mm. Ziggy, and then I didn't run into any Vincent either. Like the 2 decks I was like hedging for, just didn't run into them. And then so I was like, okay, but it was an amazing game. Sit down in my next match, and it's against one of the locals on Syndra. So end up team killing there. Get there, execute my game plan. Syndra has less armor, so I think I'm a little bit better into that too. So that was good.
Nice.
And then finally play into the last match, which was against uh, a guy from Mexico. And it was a super cool match, but it was like I was so scared for a second because I think it was turn 1. Like I think it was turn 0, I went first. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it wasn't turn 0. Maybe he went 0, I went second. I didn't do a whole lot. And then I just remember he had a huge Art of Phoenix War turn. Like I blocked with I think 3 cards in hand and a bit of my equipment, and I was still down to like 24 or 21. So I was like, I am so far behind. And I'm like, and I got 5 block out of my shield. Like, I am so far behind.
Wow, yeah.
So I was like, or maybe it was 3. Like, irrelevant. It was a big turn, and I was very scared. But after that, I was able to lay on my own gas because like I dominate, so I was able to like throw a relevant crush effect, which slowed him down. And then after that, I was able to him doing that started my engine. So I was able to just like continue to dominate. So I ended up getting there in the end. So for CC, I went 3-2. A lot of really fun games, a lot of really great opponents. And then we go into draft. And I've never drafted in a major event, so that was definitely a new experience. But I sit down and we start drafting all of our decks. We're going through, and I'm like, I'm in the Acilio seat. Like, I'm 100% in the Acilio seat. Like, I think it was like pick 3. I can't even remember. It was just like, I would like, it was pick 3 and 4 of the draft. I'm seeing like bomb Acilio cards. I'm like, this is actually crazy. Like, I am just Acilio. So I'm sitting down. I don't think I had a single non-playable card in my deck or in my draft. I had like, yeah, I didn't get equipment. Like the equipment was just scalped super fast,
Yep.
which was
Wait, so how
tough.
much equipment did you end
But
up with?
one piece,
Yeah, that's really bad, unfortunately.
because yeah. Well, I that was really bad. Yeah. Other than that, though, I'm like drafted my deck. I'm like, this deck is gas. I'm like, I have so many red spells. I have these good blues. I have these instants. Like, I have two of the ones that untap the staff, and I have the ones that create a it creates a flow. I had two of that. I'm like, and there's
Nice.
so much like core reactions, and then I had like I had the option for like 3 sutures, but I did not put 3 sutures in my deck. But I had like two
Well,
reds
sutures are
that I
good. You gotta
drafted.
play the sutures.
But I was like, I had a lot of like everything that you'd ever need for an Acilio deck. And I like, so we go through, I draft, and I'm like, oh, there's gotta be like maybe another Acilio in this pod. Because it's pack 2, and I'm like, look at the deck, and I'm like looking at the pack, and I'm like, I'm gonna wheel a red suture. Like that kind of stuff. I'm like, I might be the only Acilio in this pod. I think there was one more, which I like kind of felt, but it was insane. So I draft this deck, consensus, great deck to draft. Deck
Yeah.
phenomenal. I sit down. I don't know how to play Acilio. I go
Oh no.
0-3.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, I think I went 0-2, but I dropped after the last round, and not necessarily because I'm like, I'm out anyways, it doesn't matter. I was talking to people afterwards. I'm like, I like this deck looks so good. I'm just not having any fun playing it. Like, I don't want to sit down for another round just to like maybe win a game.
Right.
I'm like,
There's almost no
because
point. Yeah.
like I like if I was having fun, then yeah. But I'm like, I realized all my practice went into learning how to draft and playing Aurora and Ziggy. I never really played Basilio.
See.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there weren't quite enough drafts in your practice. Which it wasn't entirely your fault because it was really just hard to get the queue to fire, right? The runaways
yeah.
queue. Um, but yeah, I think for next time we'll have to focus your draft practice before
Mhm.
the BNR because that's what most people do, right? Is they draft before the
That's
BNR
totally
because
fair.
there's not much of a reason to practice CC. And I think you were doing all your CC practice instead.
Yeah, that's definitely fair. But like even then, like I actually felt super confident about the draft process. Like I felt so good. Like I said, the consensus from like a few people I talked to, they're like, yeah, that's a really good Acilio deck. I knew how to draft. I didn't know how
Yeah.
to play my draft.
Yeah, drafting the good deck is half the battle.
Yeah. I did
um,
the different half.
yeah. But oh well, yeah. I mean, draft is it's so difficult. It's such a tough thing. Like I felt pretty good about draft, and then at nationals, I just I bombed it. I went
Mhm.
0-3 with the Cilio as well.
Well, and it's like, man, it sucked because the two games I played, like I went into it like an all spell hand into an all instant hand. I was just like, I'm like,
Yep.
oh, okay. Like I took all like I did something or something. I pulled my hand. I can throw 3 arcane damage this turn. Okay, cool. And then I draw my next hand. And I'm like, well, like I can deal like 6 arcane on the opponent's turn, but I'm taking everything they're throwing at me.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
And that's where
let's.
the equipment is pretty helpful.
Yep, that would have definitely helped me out there. It was just like after first pack, I don't know if I saw any like real like any equipment. It was like actually
You can get
crazy.
super unfortunate with like your pick one and then impact 2 and 3, and either it's already the slot you have or it's something you can't really use, right? Um,
You
so
know
that
how
like
many of the like Runeblade snap fingers I saw go around? And I'm like, God, if that was any other equipment piece, I'd pick that right now.
right.
And then that was like my pack 2 equipment piece, and my pack 3 equipment piece was the illusionist arm piece.
Yep, exactly. See, you just got
I
super
was just
unlucky.
like, because like I remember going into pack 3, I'm like, I'm drafting any piece of equipment I see. I saw 0 playable pieces of equipment. I saw like 3 of the arms go around pack 3, but nothing else. I was like, oh my god.
That's why, like, some people will just like not do anything but draft equipment pack one because they're afraid of that happening. I'm not
Mhm.
necessarily that far into it. Like, if you get super unlucky like that, it is what it is. If you ask me, because I want some bombs in my pack one.
Yeah. Oh, my opponent also threw like a 20 something damage turn at me in draft in my like first game. It was like actually insane.
Just had a busted Aurora turn.
Maybe it wasn't. I think 20 may be an extreme, but I think over 20 it may be an extreme. But it was like it hit like 20 damage. I was just like, oh,
Yep.
okay, that's pretty good.
Yep. That'll happen too.
Tempestuous kiss with go again
I
into like
see.
another attack with
I
go
see.
again into another attack with go again into the sword. Pretty good.
Yep.
But
Yep. Yep. Yep.
no, it was a lot of fun though. Like the whole event was great. Um and I don't know if I have much more to say. I felt pretty good about my deck. I don't know, like even looking at it now, I don't know what cards I'd necessarily change. I changed out the Roiling Fissures for Sense Weakness
Okay.
because I'm like,
For the
ah,
calling the
it's
next
not.
day.
Yeah, yeah, for the calling next day. And I'm like, okay, for the calling the next day, yeah, Sense Weakness to help take out like allies. That sounds good. And like, but I'm like, the rest of the deck feels fine, especially into like the regular meta. And so we sit down for the calling, and I don't know what like I think my deck is actually allergic to meta decks. Like
Yeah. You played it. Well, Syndra's kind of meta, I suppose. You also played a
yeah,
Jarl.
well, that's fair. No, like I think there was definitely some meta in there. But I go sit down and like I start off the calling super strong. But I'm like, oh, I sit down, I see Pallades first round. Fun, great game. Play that. Boom. Second round, I see
So, out of curiosity, was it fatigue Palladius or was it like a
it was a
aggro?
regular aura Pallades.
Okay. So I
But I mean
expected those to be on.
I think Valdo's the better aggro deck.
Yeah.
Oh man, why am I blanking on what order everything is?
Please, you can actually you can look it up. So if I go to
Oh, I
draft
played
the
Huntsman. I played
Huntsman, okay.
Huntsman round 2, which I think is somewhat meta, so maybe not that bad. Then I played Acilio, which I'm like, I'm feeling so good into this Acilio. Like, I'm feeling pretty good into Acilio. I sit down, we get to 1-1, but I threw my put him in their place. Oh, like, he's at 4, I'm at 6. Something like that. I threw Dominate, put him in their place for 11.
Okay.
Like, fishes. I like he had the solution in his hand, but he fishes. But he's like, okay, I'll block 4. I will Sigil Solus gain 3, and then I'll deal 5 arcane damage to you on your turn. And I was like, so it went down to like 1-1 after I threw 11 dominate. I was like, normally Acilio can't get through that, but like it was an amazing game, and like he definitely deserved the win because like just the like elite play all the way through. But then, yeah, I'm down to 1. I have AB1, and I throw another attack. He didn't have any arcane the second turn, so he just full blocked with his entire hand. Drew up the next hand. I threw another attack. He just killed me with 2 arcane.
Yeah, let's see you play Celio round 3.
Yeah, Cilio round 3. Then I played into Max the Hype Nitro, which I was not ready for.
That might be a
And
rough matchup for you.
right. The Again, great opponent. Had a great time. But my deck just didn't want to play the game. I drew all of my defense reactions before he transformed.
I see. That's not
So
good.
they were on the bottom of my deck because I had to pitch them to throw hammer. Uh, or throw other things. I'm like, awkward. And then he transforms, and I find all of my instants.
I see.
And like my deck just like drew itself completely backwards because like I want to present enough aggression early to kind of like slow him down, maybe fatigue him a little bit, and then go second cycle or like go not second cycle, but go later in the game, have more defensive turns to stop the damage and try and maybe fatigue them if I have the opportunity. Which I don't want to say it was close. It was not close, but he had no cards left in deck when he got 5 action points and swung his mech at me 5 times.
Okay. So it was close.
It was
Yeah.
I was at like 20 life, and then he swung his mech 5, 6 times, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe not 20 life. I think it was like 15 or 10 or something. I don't remember the numbers. I was in double digits at least when he started swinging the mech a lot at me. But I was like, I might win this actually. This is insane. There's no cards left in deck. And he's like, do this, banish all this, gain 6 action points. I'm like, I've lost actually. But no, after that game, like I don't know, I tried to be a good sport, but I felt so defeated because like I was just like my deck just didn't function. Like it actually just did not function. But go on to play the next round, and I play into a Hala,
Okay.
which was super cool, super fun, and it was a great game. It actually was like I want to say most of the games were super back and forth. Very good game. Or like very fun games. But it was like sit down against this Hall. I'm trying to remember. I mean, the one thing that feels so strong against Hala is when they're like, "Oh, I'll just sharpen my sword once, maybe with the hero ability. Then I'll just swing the sword at you." Anyway, CNC. My opponent like did that, and I had a CNC in Arsenal, and like, or not CNC, a defense reaction Arsenal, and like 2 defense reactions in hand. I'm like, I don't know what to do here.
Interesting.
I'm like, I think I'll let that one hit. But no, it was a great game, back and forth. I ended up getting that one as well. Oh, I missed a Betsy. Oh my god,
I was gonna tell you about the Betsy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was round 4 because Max Hype Natural was round 5. That's what. But yeah. Anyways, but that was a great game. But that I ended up dropping after that because I was just like mentally fatigued from the weekend. I was like, I think I'm gonna like one. I'm not gonna qualify for day 2. I can't cash. I'm just gonna like take the rest of the day off and just hang out with everyone, which I'm glad I did. It was a ton of fun. But the Betsy. So I sit down across this Betsy. Super cool. Having a oh, you're on Betsy, I'm on Valda, da 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 da. And then he's like, oh yeah, I went undefeated in the calling last weekend, at least during day 1. I was like, oh, it's this Betsy. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm like, well, this should be fun. And it was like I could definitely tell like it was crazy. Like I felt so good about the game. I'm like this, and he probably pitch stacked this, but I'm like sit down. We like are playing the game back and forth, and at one point I think I was like in 30s when he was in like low teens. And I'm like, I've got this game in the bag. Like I'm playing this so well. I'm throwing my dominates when I need to. I'm getting around. Like I think I'm through all the defense reactions. Like I'm so back. I'm so in this. I'm like, let me arsenal this steadfast, and we're game. Like they're
Dead fast.
what's Betsy gonna? Oh, not steadfast. Sorry. Sorry, staunch response is what I meant. Like their log's never gonna hit me. And then I see a CNC and I'm like, fuck. Ah, that's pretty bad.
Was it for more than 6?
Well, it was 6 originally.
I see.
But I'm like, okay, well, I can't block with this staunch and arsenal. And I think I also had another D react in hand. I'm like, I could block this with like some cards and equipment, but I'm like, I'd just be losing if I'm playing about a round CNC pummel and I just do nothing for turn because I would have to block 6. I would do nothing for turn if I played around it. I would just hold on to my arsenal and then you could arsenal the pummel. So I'm like, okay, just go ahead and pummel me. I get CNC pummeled. I do like a 1 card 8. I'm like, okay, well, let me arsenal this other defense reaction. And then CNC, I'm like, oh, oh no. I'm like, this is really bad. I'm like, if you got it, you got it though. Like I can't play around it, pummel. So I went from like 33-13 to 13-13.
Oh no.
Very quick. I was like, oh man, that was a fast turnaround. And then after that, like I was also like pretty much out of defense reactions. So he was able to like block out most of the time and then log me for overpower and just leaked me down until he killed me. It was a great game, but I was just like, I have this in the bag. I feel so good right now. I'm so far ahead. CNC pummel. I'm like, oh, okay, that's good. Okay, let me try again. CNC pummel.
Do you think it was second cycle at that point?
I hit second cycle as he killed me.
I mean, when it came to the CNC pummel part.
That's when I'm like that was like I say he leaked me down. I think it was like maybe 2 turns after that. But I hit second cycle as soon as he killed me, but he had a lot more like defense reactions and cycling than I did.
I see. Well,
Maybe.
yeah. So
I don't know.
I'm wondering if he actually pitch stacked it or if he just
got it.
just
That's
got it.
And I didn't pay enough to his pitch stack like in the first couple turns, which is when he would have pitch stacked that. So that's why I'm like, I really don't know.
Because I was thinking about it because as you're saying something he probably pitch stacked it. I was like, you know what? Because pummel is so clunky in Betsy, by the way. It is very awkward because you're unless you're running the wager specialization attacks, you don't have very many things you can pummel. You can't pummel the log.
Mm-hmm.
So you draw this red. I assume he was on red pummel, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you draw this red card that you can't use. If you put it in arsenal, you have to hope you find a CNC soon, or else it just sits there. So I'm wondering. I was thinking about it. Sorry to like go off the rails.
No, you're good. You're good.
But it's like because you run sinks and fates, you can fairly consistently like park one of those in arsenal to hold until you find a pummel to then pitch it down or like to sink it or put it on the bottom as soon as possible, or whenever you see it, so that you can like have it in second cycle, which is interesting. And then yeah, you have the gold, so you draw cards that way, and yeah. But anyway,
And that's why I'm like, there was a lot of that interaction going on. So that's why I'm like, it definitely could have been a pitch stack thing. But I'm like, I didn't hit my pitch stack until like the turn he killed me, or maybe the turn before he killed me. Like the exact details are a little loose, but it was something where I'm like, after the CNC pummels, I hit my pitch stack, and I'm like, is he a hand or two ahead of me? Maybe. But it was a great game. It was so cool, and man, it was just an overall great event. But like, so outside of that, I have made some purchases. My Valda deck is much more blinged.
I know one of these cards. You sent me a picture of one of them.
Yeah. One sec. I'm trying to.
While you're pulling those up.
Completed my.
Okay, no. If you're ready, then.
Oh no! I was gonna say. Well, I'm almost ready.
Okay.
I've completed my collection of the Heave 3 cards.
Oh, the Marvels.
The Marvels. Nice. So I got the last 3 that I needed of those Marvels.
Sick.
So that's good. That's good. I also found one of the boulder drop.
That's gorgeous.
So I got that, which was sick.
How much did that
And
one run
then
you?
we don't have to talk about how much these cards cost.
Because that's gem pack, or that's tournament pack 2, right?
Yeah. Which we didn't even open tournament pack 2 from my knowledge.
Like
at
you
the
didn't get
event.
one?
No, well, we got a gem pack. But here, I'll like, because it's cut to the chase.
So you should have got a tournament pack, right?
Yeah, but it was tournament pack 1.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, it was also tournament pack 1 for nationals. So I guess they're just trying to get through the tournament pack 1s before they move on to tournament pack 2.
Yeah, I really don't know. I was surprised they moved on from it so fast.
Because you should have gotten 2, right? You got one for the calling as well.
You don't get one for the Pro Tour, but I got one for the calling, and I got
Okay.
red shred for the calling.
Is that that's what you opened? Nice. That's a good one.
That's what I opened. Well, I've heard red shred is actually the worst shred. So
Really?
yeah, but
okay. I guess for current assassin, maybe that makes sense. I guess yellow and blue are more popular right now. Yeah. Okay. It's still a good one though.
And then
it's better. It's better than blue wild ride.
It's better than blue. It definitely could be worse. It
could be worse.
It could be. It could be blue's. Blue's not.
I think blue wild ride might be one of the worst ones.
Yeah, blue wild ride's really bad.
Or like yellow staunch, maybe.
Mm. Yeah, no. I mean, a lot of the yellows are not great.
Yeah.
Could be blue flick flack.
Yeah, that's one I got. Okay, what blue flick flag is better than blue wild ride for what's worth.
That is true, but is it better than red shred? That's what I'm like.
That's one of the ones I pulled, so I'm coping.
But yeah, so pulling that, like, got that. I got the. I don't know where I put the Olympia card. I'll find it because it's gonna be yours once I get it.
Hell yeah!
But there's the Fate for Scene that I got. I could have played in more events and got more Fate for Scenes, but
out of curiosity, do you know what they were buying the Fate for Scenes for at the venue? Because I know the vendors will always be like posted like buying these cards, and it's usually like some absurdly low price.
I do not know. No.
Kind of curious what that card will end up being at. Because do I pick it up now for 60 a piece? Is the question. I really want my playset. So it's $180. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead. Keep going.
And then the final card. The card. I got the Marvel Testament of Valhalla.
Oh yeah,
Sick.
that's gorgeous.
And I forgot that it has its own alternate back.
Oh, it does? Oh,
Yeah.
That's so sick. I did not know that either.
I totally forgot about it until after I got it.
Did you play with that side up?
Oh yeah. That's
hell yeah.
I got it. I think I even got it before for the Pro Tour. I got it right before the Pro Tour because it was
you
the morning
me before. You said this is my good luck charm.
And then, yeah. But I was like, right before the Pro Tour, I found a deal that was better than what most people were offering. So I was like, sick. I unfortunately this was exactly the limit I told myself I would buy this card at. So
I won't ask.
So I bought the card and then but then I was like, I forgot the back is. But then the Pro Tour I did this side. But like anyone that knew the card, I played with this side up.
I see.
And like I'm gonna play with this side up at Armories. Like it's just
it's so cool. That's sick.
So that was my haul. It is sick. I'm still trying to be the most blinged Valda deck to ever have existed. I'm short one staunch, a EA pulverized now, and 2 boulder drops. Other than that, I'm like there. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, the shield was like the big thing.
Because like, and we'll see what I assume they'll probably put out a cold foil Marvel Valda and like a gem pack or something in the future.
Marvel Valda?
Oh, that's right. She already exists. I'm dumb.
It's like
I forgot this year. Yeah,
I guess you haven't played against me in a while, but I was like, I play Marvel Valda every.
Whoops. Yeah, you are almost all blinged out. I mean, obviously, not counting like the extremely expensive sync blows and fate for scenes, like the cold foil ones. But
I
that's
I need all
generic
the
shit.
guardian
Yes,
bling. Yeah.
exactly.
I'll
You get
worry
the
about
seismic
that when
surges.
I
Um,
have all the seismics.
you now have all the Marvel Heave 2s. Yeah, you just need like the
Yep.
gem pack boulder drops. And you said Assange, right?
Yeah. It looks so good. I might just play the Heave 2 deck that has like all the Heave 2s in it.
Just because you
Just so I can just because I can. To be like,
can.
look at how pretty my deck is. It's
Yeah.
actually absurd how pretty my deck is. And then the other reason I put Steadfast in instead of like Buckle, well, one, I think it's better for the meta, so I guess that's a actually fair point. But I have
You
the
need staunch
EA,
response.
sorry, I keep saying Steadfast for like filler Guardian card.
Yeah.
Um, no, not even Steadfast, not even Staunch Response. The Sense Weakness.
Oh,
Sense Weakness, I have the EA Sense Weakness, so I
I
can
see.
put
I
that in
see.
there and because I think I have them like right here. Now I'm like interested. Aha! They were the top cards of this one random pile. Boom. I have another one,
Nice.
but I only need 2 for the deck. So this deck is blinged.
Hell
If
yeah, it is. Yeah,
anything, I won the bling contest this weekend.
it was so fun playing with like the bling you let me borrow for the battlegrounds that I played Valda and Sage for.
Mhm.
It's so nice having a blinged out deck.
It is cool. I I was talking to like generally I've never blinged out a deck and I was like, why would you ever bling out a deck? That's like there's no point to it. And then I sat down, I played Valda, and I was like, I understand.
It's so nice. It just looks pretty, and you're like, man, this makes me
Mhm.
feel good.
Yeah. And when it's like your deck, when I'm like, it's Valda, like, oof, sit down, like heave two. Like I love heave twoing just to show off my bling. Like I'm gonna heave two. You look at this marble here. Look how pretty it is. Okay, put that in my arsenal. Or like put them in their place or boulder drop. Like especially with this boulder drop,
Yeah,
like blocked
oh,
with gauntlets.
the tournament pack cards are gorgeous.
hmm
They're
It's like
so nice.
like block with gauntlets. Flip this over. Look at this card. Put a +1 on it.
Yep,
The
yep, yep.
seismic eruptions, the ley line, the whole deck is so gas now. It's so cool to play with.
um, I have a question after you're done regarding the tournament in Balda.
That I didn't. So that's actually it. I didn't actually
Okay,
play in more side events afterwards because I spent a fair chunk on the shield and I did not want to spend more money.
fair
And
enough.
there was a group of us that were just like sitting and chilling and playing games in the venue, which was a ton of fun. Like I ended up playing a lot of Acilio games. Like we were switching decks around. I'm like, oh, here's my Valda deck. The Valda Acilio match is so cool from both sides. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, yeah, it seems like a cool one, a very very close one. Yeah. So my question is, how did you feel about Talk a Big Game after this weekend?
Uh, Good. Like
Yeah.
it just never felt bad. I think the only scenario it would have felt bad would be that 5 game where it's like I need a hammer for 4 at
Yep.
minimum.
I was about to say.
But it just like in that 5 game, I think it actually bought me so much room because like there was one point where I like talked a big game, named like even just 3. Like I had all the momentum, talked a big game, named 3, dominate, got 3 mites, was able to throw boulder drop for 10 the turn after.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Like it converted for
Yeah.
not only does it convert for 3, but then it pushes through on hits on the following turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a blue block 3 nimblism is insanely strong. Like
Yeah.
I think that's generally how it turns out to be. It's not often I get more than 3. And like a lot of times, sure, it's 2. But I mean that's still like a 0 for 4 blue with go again. Like and the other thing is there was definitely points
How is it 0 for 4 if
or
you
not
get
a 0 for 4. Sorry.
sorry.
It's like the sorry, that doesn't make any sense. It's a 0 for 2 with go again at blue. So it's like following the
It
curve
still
math
converts.
of like
Right.
yeah, it
Yeah.
still converts and like it still follows the math of like oh, red's a 0 for 4, yellow's a 0 for 3 and then blue's a 0 for 2. So it's still like that like hitting it kind of value wise. But like when it hits and you get a lot of like mites off of it, it's really good.
Yeah,
I
but
think
okay.
against the Yarrow player, I was able to like talk a big game because I was It was when my edge of their seats popped. I had dominate. I had popped my gauntlets to give a +1, so I threw like 17, and I'm like talking big game like 5 or 6 or something,
Hell yeah.
which felt pretty good.
Yeah, when it
That's
converts
like
for that much too, it's insane. My blue block 3 give
yeah,
me 5 or 6 value. That's crazy.
yeah. No, like talking big games felt really good because it just
Hell yeah.
doesn't feel. And the biggest thing is it doesn't feel bad. Like, oh, okay, I'll block with it. Sure, who cares?
Oh,
Like, and the other cool thing about it is there's a lot of times where I'll like name a number that I'm like, okay, it's outside the crush range. Like 3 is a really good number on that card because I'm like, I'm going to buy, like, I'm already buying your equipment because I have dominate. But can I buy an extra piece of equipment from you? I'm like, I will talk a big game. I will name 3. You can block this exactly with 2 pieces of equipment. Give me your third piece of equipment. Otherwise, I'm getting 3 mites on top of this.
on the
So
crush effect is what you mean, right?
yeah, yeah, on the crush effect. So like say I'm put them in their place, dominate. A lot of times people will be like, "Oh, I'll block exactly 7." Like I have a 3 block and 2 block equipment, and that's where I like talk a big game name 3 because I'm like, give me one more piece of equipment. Or sometimes I name 2, depending on like how much equipment they have. But it's so nice to be able to buy all that equipment early. Like talk a big game saying like I'm putting a -1 counter on a piece of equipment sometimes. Because next time I have dominate, I can hit because I've taken their equipment earlier than they would have wanted to give it to me. So it's really fun. And I felt like the games I was able to manipulate their armor block, I was super far, not super far ahead, but like I was just in that game. And I was like, I'm winning this game. Like I can figure out what I want from their armor in this specific moment and what I want from them in this moment. That felt good. Like talk a big game just like leaves me room to play and like play with the match and like my opponent in a way of like I'm gonna tell you what you need to do, or you're gonna give me an absurd value.
Yeah, it seemed like it was just a very flexible
Mhm.
card. Effectively, like yeah, if you find the right spots for it, it's insane. Um, yeah, and then actually, second thought is, did you find any matchups that you felt you regretted not having Shield Beater for?
Mm, I mean, it's tough.
Because like for
I
example, maybe like
think.
the Betsy matchup. Do you feel like maybe
I
Shield Beater
mean,
might help there?
I think I was gonna say I think Betsy and RKO
Oh, yeah,
it would
RKO
have
too.
probably helped.
Yeah.
Like the RKO, there's a lot of turns where like I mean, like RKO is just such a weird hero, but I don't know if I would like knowing I paired into an RKO round 1 maybe would have been beneficial. But like, I'd still not bring Shield Beater for RKO or have anything really for RKO.
Yeah, the play rate's
So
just not
it's
high
like,
enough.
yeah. So it like, I think it was just like I paired into RKO. RKO was good in a Guardian, and oh, they had the gloves that if you're at equal life, you have more life. And I, my opponent got an actually absurd amount of value through those gloves.
They're good gloves.
Like they're so insane. Like turn 0, I throw some attacks just to try and eat their cards and also like maybe take some life for whatever reason. Doesn't do anything. Opponent throws mocking blow at me for 10. I'm like, okay, that's pretty good. And then like
Yep. Make it
and
bigger.
then I like, okay, well I have dominate this turn. I throw dominate for like 10, get their life lower. And then like I like dominate for 10. They leak damage on. It was like I swear, like every other turn we are at equal life, and they threw a mocking blow at me. And I'm like, oh my god, this deck just doesn't stop. And like, I don't know if until we were in single digits, I don't think there was a single point where he was above life against me. It was either equal life or less life. But the gauntlets got so much value. But yeah, no, it was crazy. But that's what I'm like. I don't know if I would change anything for that. I mean, I took out the roiling fissure. That's probably like the one big change I would make. Just because there's also not a lot of Ziggies or Vincets, which I thought there would be more Vincets, but I think that's like a Colorado thing.
Yeah, we just have a lot of incest here. So we're a little bit
Oh,
biased.
I totally
Uh,
forgot one last thing of Blink. the mat.
Is it Will of Arcana?
It is
Nice.
Will of Arcana.
That's actually a really gorgeous mat. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite gem arts, that's for sure.
It is a very cool gem art. It's not grandeur, but you know, it will do.
Yeah. All right. Anything else for your weekend or your week in Flesh and Blood?
Um, no, I think that. Do we want to jump into like the keynote, or do we want to jump?
I'll
Oh
just
no,
do like
no. Let's do the.
what were you gonna say?
Sorry, it's like we could do the meta talk. The
Yeah.
actual.
So yeah, and then for my week in Flesh and Blood, I went to an armory. It was a Silver Age armory. I put together a chain for it with seeds now, and it was fun. I went 2-2, so I didn't do all that well. I did not deck build the best. I built the deck myself, and definitely had some what's the word I'm looking for? Unoptimized things in there, and lost the mirror because of it. But it was cool. It was fun. I like Sage. So that's my weekend Flesh and Blood basically. was building a chain deck and going 2-2 at my Silver Age Armory.
But that I want to play Chain and Sage actually so bad. Like that's what
Fun.
I want to build for Sage.
Yeah.
I
Sage
can't
is
wait
so
for the
fun.
next.
Well, we'll maybe talk about it next week on the lack of popularity of it. But
I am excited for Balgor and Sage.
yes. Yeah. Well, if they let him in Sage, right?
They announced in the keynote that he is a rare, so that means he is legal for Sage.
I thought that he was not legal for Sage, but he's legal for sealed. I thought that's what it was.
Oh, is that? I thought.
We'll see. I don't
Oh,
know the legality
I'm
on
pretty sure.
running him in Sage, but I know for sure that he's not legal in Draft, but he is legal in Sealed if you pull him.
Mhm.
I remember that part. But yeah, I'd be sick if you could play him in Sage. That'd be awesome. I'd definitely do that.
I don't know how good he would be, but
Yeah. I lost your audio
if
there
he
for a
is
second.
legal,
Oh, there we go.
but he is a rare. That's why I'm like, I feel like he has to be legal in Sage.
Yeah, but he's like his typing is funky, right? His text on the bottom.
He's
Maybe I'm
just a
crazy.
shadow demon hero,
Okay. Yeah, maybe. All right. He's probably
a
legal
shadow
then,
hero demon. Yeah, we'll see how good he is, because like, how can he actually use his text? I don't know, but
right? I mean, the extra health is sick.
the extra health is super
But
cool.
3 intellect is also not as sick.
Right.
You need a lot to make up for that, and 13 health might actually not be enough, which is really weird. But all right, let's jump into the metagame for Las Vegas. There were 415 players in the Pro Tour. The most brought decks were almost tied. It was Arachne Marionette and Acilio 1, both at 13% play rate, but Mario had 55 players and Acilio had 52 players. Then followed by Jarl with 47 players, or 11%, Kasai at 9%, Dash.io at 7%, Syndra 5%, Huntsman 5%, Gravy 4%, 4%, Valda 4%, and then so on and so forth. There were 10 Betsies in the Pro Tour, and most of them were names you'd recognize. They were fairly strong players, and we'll get to the Betsies in a little bit. Any thoughts on the metagame?
Um, I think it's. I was actually just pulling up our tier list. Like mostly what we expected. Thing was a little high. I
In
think
terms,
Tech
yeah,
Lavas.
there were only
Like
3 things that
yeah.
were brought.
So the other thing is Tech Lavas, and we rated very high, but we also have Matthew Bauer as our local, the Tecmo player. He also went
He went
X1
undefeated.
in CC.
Oh, well, day 1 he went undefeated, right?
Yeah. Well, day one he went 5-3. He went undefeated in
Right.
CC.
Right. Sorry, I meant in CC.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went undefeated in CC day 1. Went 5-0 with Teklavasen. Unfortunately, didn't have a good draft. But then I think
Yeah.
also did well in CC the next day and cashed.
Yeah. That's why he went X1 in CC, and he's
Yeah,
like, the game he lost was against like Brody, and it was, I think I'm not exactly sure the details, but he's like, oh yeah, it's like turn one was like 4 malefics, and like turn two was like incantation malefic. Like he had all 5 malefics by like turn 2 or 3,
that'll do it. Yeah, no, I
or
mean
like all 6 malefics turn 2 or 3.
he shows
Something.
how strong that deck is. Like the deck is
Yeah,
not. It's better than being. And I only brought 2 copies of. That's for sure.
yeah, no,
Um,
it's an insane. Like I don't know, like maybe it's just him, but like playing against him is like actually crazy.
yeah, he knows the deck just super in and out. Um,
Yeah,
I think the I think the main notable things for me,
Huntsman's maybe a
um,
little low.
Vincent's play rate was much lower than I expected. Ziggy's play rate, I don't think was necessarily lower than I expected, but just notable that it was only 2% for 10 players. Um, Dio's play rate way higher than it should have been, as usual. I don't get it. I don't know what these Dios are smoking. I was curious too. I looked at like the standings. I don't think there were any Dash O's that got even particularly close to doing well in CC. Um, I can check again, but I don't remember seeing any that did particularly well. It's just not the metaphor. Um, yeah, Huntsman's play rate was interestingly high. Gravy's play rate was much lower than I expected.
Maybe Gravy should have been an A, just a tough meta for him.
Yeah, I overrated him just because of the raw power more than like the meta position. Um, so yeah, but
Our biggest mistake,
is that
all the way down in C tier, second to last hero, was Betsy.
we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the conversion
But
rate
not
is
not a lot
next.
of this is surprising.
Yeah, so we have the conversion rate next. Is that? I guess that's not actually accurate.
How so?
So the way that the conversion percentages are in the screenshot, it's the percentage of the meta that is still those heroes, not the percentage of those heroes that made day two. So like it's kind of funky in terms of the way it's displayed in this
Oh, yeah, I
screenshot we have in the
see.
notes. Um,
Yeah, because like
yeah,
over 50, no, a little under 50% of the Arachnes made it through.
right, yeah. So if I
But
can
it's
kind of
still, I think, the
converge.
best converting hero.
Yeah, which is still good. It was like what it looks like roughly 45% conversion for Mario.
Gravy also had like 45%.
Yeah, so Gravy had a really good conversion rate. Um, and we'll get to it later. I don't think we had Gravy that low for what's worth. We'll get to it later.
We had Gravy at S.
Well, sorry, I think that we were fine to have it at S. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe top of A,
Oh, okay.
but
That's what I was like. I
um,
think it might be top A, but
yeah. The Betsy's 3 out of 10 converted, so 33% conversion to day two. Um, Same for Valda, roughly
you mean
33%.
30%?
Oh, sorry, yeah, it is 30%. My bad. 30% of Betsy's, and then
I was like, wait, that doesn't make sense.
more than 33% of Volda's converted.
Was not one of them.
A little bit more than 33% of Kasai's converted. A little less than 33% of Jarl's converted. Huntsman converted a little bit more poorly. Yeah, those are the most notable ones that I can think of. Aurora converted fairly well. Half of the Auroras. There was only 4 Auroras, and 2 of them converted. We saw one of them do really well. I think he ended up top 16.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then for top 8, this is where it gets kind of interesting. So remember how I put Acilio a bit low on the tier list?
Hmm.
I was like, oh, I
Yeah,
don't think
yeah.
this deck's that strong.
Hmm.
So 3
And then
Acilios
I
made
was
top 8.
talking to you. Yeah. And I said something about Acilio still being pretty good, you know?
Yes, 3 Acilios made top 8. So it's 3
Oh, yeah.
Acilios, 2 Betsy's, 1 Mario, 1 Jarl, and 1 Gravy Bones. So I don't know if anybody could have predicted this top 8.
No. No. And
um,
each of those Acilios are a different Acilio deck.
yes, they were all 3 different. There was 1 full spell. There was 1 like full Gone in a Flash, and there was one that was like a hybrid-ish. It was just like a funky D-React. Had spells in it, had Gone in a Flash, I believe, still. So three very different versions of Facilio, all making top 8. Um, and two Betsies. Two Betsies made top 8. I said one was gonna make it. It was a joke, but it still counts.
So
I predicted Betsy in top 8. Guess what? It happened. No, it was really cool because um there were some really strong players on Betsy, right?
mm,
And they definitely figured out something with it. It was a team of them that were kind of working together, at least sharing some ideas, and they had fairly similar lists. Um, they were definitely a bit more on the defensive side. Jonathan Magnuson did the best. He made um, semifinals with Betsy, right?
mm.
Or yeah, semifinals, and his list had the fiddlers and sync and sigil solaces, so it had a very defensive package. I think it had the 90 reacts as well. Um, so it was just your solid value Betsy, which is how I was playing it originally. But I didn't have sigil solace in my list originally. It was just the fiddlers and D reacts. Um, so interesting thing on the list. The way his playstyle with the deck was really cool too. It was really fun to watch all those games. And then Bryce Stroyek's list, it was a little bit more aggressive, I believe. I think it still had sigils and fillers, but it had like a different red package. Um, so cool lists. Neither of them made finals, and I think that Betsy can be put in B tier. I think that the main thing that was really cool to watch, I highly recommend that you all watch the Jonathan Magnuson's game versus Lucas Oswald on Mario. He had that matchup nailed down, like completely mastered the Mario matchup as Betsy. They were running the suspense aura that prevents the damage, which I would never even think to
Oh yeah.
consider running, and it was doing work in that matchup. It was insane.
It like almost made my list a lot of times.
Yeah. So he basically had 3 anti-flick effects. He had the Omen, the Boots of Ominous Ward, and 2 of the copies of the prevent one. Which I think he basically fatigued Mario is effectively what happened.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool. He had there was a really cool turn where he he read that Lucas had Codex of Frailty and held Fiddler's Green until as the last card in hand for when Lucas played the Codex of Frailty, so that he could discard Fiddlers to Codex, gain the 3 life, and then put an overcrowd in Arsenal. It was insane. Like it was just absolute masterclass of playing that matchup. He just had it not nailed down. So what I'm getting at, I think that Betsy, it's a solid deck, but I think that there was a very large mastery into the Mario matchup that helped him get there. Um, Also beat a Fang somehow, which I thought was insane.
It might just be fatigue because like once you go that heavy in defense reactions and life gain, like I think you can actually fatigue Fane because like
Yeah,
you're not letting them
maybe.
hit through the mark.
You can't. It's just so hard to stop it exactly is the main problem.
Yeah.
But you have life gain. You can maybe fatigue Fang. I could see that being a plan. Did also beat for what's worth though. Did also beat Michael Hamilton on Jarl. I do find that to be a good matchup for what it's worth.
Mm.
Especially with the list that Jonathan Magnuson had. But yeah, it then ended up folding. Felipe ended up beating both the Betsy's on Acilio, which is a bad matchup. And that's one of the reasons that I did not put Betsy so high, is that you don't have a good Acilio matchup. It doesn't matter what version of Acilio they're on, you don't have a good Acilio matchup. We did see Betsy beat Acilio in that calling the previous weekend, but I do think that that was a bit of a fluke, if you ask me. Yeah.
Did you
And then
see like
go.
one of the Acilio lists? I don't know, like was it Alexander? I can't remember who it was, but they're like on like crack cocaine. Like they had Volteris for Arc Ramp.
Yes. I think it
Like
was Vor.
literally
He
like
also had the Ponder
single
helmet.
card.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like
helmet
a
that
single
yeah.
card in the deck to run Volteris, so you could arc ramp and deal 3 extra arcane.
Yeah, I mean,
Actually,
if it works, it
crazy.
works.
I guess it works. But no,
Yeah.
like I remember we were sitting down for dinner and we're looking over the top 8 decks. And we're all sitting talking, and then like someone pulls out like, look at this deck list. And we look, it's like Volterra's, and it's like an original Acilio. And it was crazy. We were like digesting that deck list for like half an hour.
Yeah, there were some really cool lists that made top 8. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I like this tournament was so fun to watch. I watched a lot of the games of this tournament. I thankfully had some time on that Saturday and Sunday to watch all these games, and it was a blast to watch them. Um, but yeah, there was one gravy that made top 8. I have not watched that game actually. I did not watch it. Apparently, there was a bit of a throwing situation happening, is what I heard. In that first game versus Jacob Clemens, but I haven't seen exactly what happened, so I don't know for sure. But apparently from what I heard, it's possible that the gravy should have won, but did something kind of funky. So gravy made
I
top
mean,
8. I predicted gravy was good. Just putting it out there.
I think we both agreed Gravy was good.
Yeah. Then we did get a comment that gravy was not on our tier list video. Someone said, "Oh, gravy was not that good," but I think it was actually pretty good. I don't know if it was S tier good, but it was probably
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I
top of
think
A
we
tier good.
maybe rated it a little too high,
Maybe,
but
maybe.
like I think it's still an A tier deck at least.
Yeah, yeah.
Better than our
Um,
Fang protection.
yeah. I expected. Yeah, I expected more Mario's. I'm not surprised that you all made top 8. Yeah. Any other thoughts on the top 8 before we reveal the winner?
I wanna Okay, I would like when I will talk about the finals match when we get to that.
Is that what you were gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
talk about
Yeah,
the
maybe you can talk
finals.
about it now.
So the winner of the event was Jacob Clemens. And what an amazing run. Like I don't know if like how many people know, but he won his nationals like 2 weeks prior. He won a calling the week before, and then he won the pro tour. Like he's on a historic run.
Back
Just
to
boom,
back.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. All in
Like,
Mario too.
yeah, a strong deck. But his mastery of the deck, like I watched the finals game, and there was a moment, it was like turn 1 or 2, where he popped his arcane barrier into the Acilio matchup to be more aggressive, which like I would have never thought about. Like,
Was it stop an on hit?
no, it was like to prevent or it was to present another on hit because he had like 2 cards in hand or something. I can't remember the exact play, but I'm like sitting, I'm like, well, this is kind of like awkward for Jacob here because like, what is he gonna
Oh,
do?
the
Like, he has this,
boots.
yeah, the boots that give go
Right.
again to a stealth attack and
I think
react
like
to
a
stealth.
spell void piece. The spell one of the spell
Oh
void
no no no!
AB pieces.
No, I was like, what is he gonna do? This is kind of an awkward hand. And then like he popped the boots, and I'm like, I didn't even think about that being a play. Like, because that's your only way to prevent the arcane damage that's coming at you. And he was able to like the mastery of the deck showed in like that one singular play. I was actually so impressed by that.
So you know why you didn't see this line? Because
Is it because I'm
none
a
of your
guardian?
none of your arcane barrier pieces could be used.
I know, I know.
That's why you just like you write them off because all the AB you experience is only AB. You can never use it for anything else.
Well, even then, like I understand that it has extra
Nah, yeah.
attacks. I think like the other idea to me is like, why would I lose my only way to prevent some of this damage?
Right.
And it like I was just super impressed for him to like just watching that game. There's a lot of lines that looked really thought through and made a lot of sense after he played through it. And I'm like, his mastery of the deck is insane.
Yeah, I know. Very
And he did us.
super strong player. I think
Mhm.
he's the best player in Flesh and Blood at the moment. I think he's
Oh,
like
definitely.
easily player
Like,
of the year. Yeah. I don't think it's even like a hot take. Like literally we
no,
mentioned he
that's the
3 back to
coldest
back
take.
tier 4
Yeah.
plus events. Or Colin, sorry,
Or
Colin's tier 3, right? Yeah.
I think calling's tier 2.
It's tier 2?
Maybe it's tier 3. I might be wrong. I know it's tier 3. It's definitely tier 3.
Yeah. So
Tier 3,
two
tier
tier 4s and a
3,
tier
tier
3
4.
event taking it down back to back
No,
weekends.
Nationals
Insane.
is a tier 3. Because isn't it just Pro
Oh,
Tour
you're
and
right.
Worlds
You're
tier
right. Yes.
4?
2 tier 3, 1 tier 4. Right.
Yeah.
Um,
But still, that's insanely impressive.
yeah. Insane.
Insanely impressive.
And then I don't know if we actually we probably do have a top 8. Ooh. I can probably I didn't think about this for the calling because it
I
was
already
really cool.
put it in here.
Oh, you did?
It's at the very bottom.
Sick. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, because they did a really cool surprise finals stream of the calling. Recommend you check that
Mhm.
out. It was the finals of this one.
It's a
Um,
good game.
yes, it was a good game. So the top 8, we had a Ziggy, 2 Mario, 1 Teklovasan, 1 Dory, 2 Dories, a Kasai, and an Acilio. And then the finals was Michael Bentalo on Ziggy versus Ryosuke I'm gonna butcher this. Urusei on Kasai, which is streamed. Honestly, I don't even want to reveal the winner necessarily because I think it's such a cool game. I remember tuning in and I saw the live totals and I was like, this game's over. I don't need to watch this anymore. But I kept it on in the
Mhm.
background
Yeah.
and it was not over. Let me tell you, it was not even close to being
Oh,
over.
like it was insane. I was sitting in the airport when this game started, and I'm sitting for my plane to like board and all that stuff. And I'm watching, I'm like, oh, okay, watch through the game. Life totals are something actually absurd. And I'm like, oh, okay. At least I'll be able to finish this game before we board. And then no. It
Nope.
actually went so long too that not only did I get to sit down watch 15 minutes, 20, maybe I don't remember how many minutes, but I sat before we boarded, went through the whole boarding process, and took off before the game finished. And I landed to watch the final 10 minutes of this game.
Yeah, really
Like,
cool game. So yeah, I don't know if I want to reveal the winner or not because I suggest you
I
guys
feel
watch
like
it. We kind of have
yeah,
to though.
you have to
All
watch it,
right,
but we
if you
have
don't want
to
to know
talk.
it, skip ahead by 5 seconds. Kasai won, and it was
Anyways, amazing game.
amazing game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so regardless, for those that skipped ahead, I won't spoil it further. So we had a Kasai in the finals of this one at least. We didn't have any Kasais in top 8 of Pro Tour. So we might have rated Kasai a little too highly. Maybe it was top of A instead of S tier. I was surprised
It's
though.
so hard.
I thought Kasai was going to perform way better.
I thought because I was going to perform way better. I mean, in the finale of the calling, it just looked so good until it didn't.
It's a solid deck. It's
Second
consistent.
cycle definitely is a lot weaker. I didn't realize how much weaker second cycle is.
Yeah.
Because first cycle was actually insane what the deck was doing, and then second cycle looked like 2 into 2, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
no.
I mean, yeah, it definitely depends on how you're able to pitch deck, right? Depends on the list too. 'Cause
Yeah.
some lists have a lot of blues, some lists have way less. You usually pitch deck your rays and armies and your blood in their hands, blood in our
Mhm.
hands. So you do have strong plays, but yeah, for the most part, your go again enablers get a bit weaker in the second cycle.
I do want to
um,
say that I think we were qualified in putting Tekla so high because Tekla made top 8 of the calling.
yes, yeah, Teklo
Maybe
did
our
really well
Dory
in
take was a
CC at the
little
Pro
low.
Tour, and then top 8 the calling. I think Teklo's in a good spot, personally.
But I just want to say Jacob Clemens did us a big favor getting LL points for Mario.
Yep.
We're
What is
so close to the Menace T Toxin being playable in only one deck.
it? And a deck that doesn't use it.
Yeah, exactly. It will be beautiful.
It's nice, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned this on our podcast 2 weeks ago, but they made Living Legend on its own tab now.
I think we
Just
did because I
okay.
I swear we were looking at it last week and I was
It was brought up.
actually losing my mind because I couldn't find it in any of the correct tabs.
Yeah, because it has its own spot now. But yeah, Mario, 879 points now, and that's all because of Jacob Clements. 3
Yeah.
back-to-back wins.
All those LL points might be just
Yeah.
Jacob Clemens.
Well, I know Mario wants some other stuff.
No,
Other
I
than
mean
that.
a little physique,
Yeah,
but
but yeah, no,
goodness.
a lot of Jacob did a lot of those points. So yeah, Mario getting close. Now second to LL. Dio's still up there too, which is I'm hoping Dio does one. That's like half my reason I don't want Dios to be playing right now. I don't want them to accidentally spike a tournament, and then I don't want to lose loser.
Like Dash IE. Do you
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
Dash
yeah.
IE? Everyone's like, she's gonna be here forever. She's so bad. And then a random, like, the Spain Nationals,
Yep,
randomly, in a meta that no one was even considering her, she won in LL herself.
yep, exactly. But all right, we got a lot more to talk about. So let's try to
We
speed
do.
run some of this stuff. Just real quick. There's a call in Edinburgh going on right now. Pretty standard meta game. There's 221 players. Vincent play rate's a bit higher. Betsy play rate is technically a bit higher in terms of percentage. Dio play rate way down as expected. Anything else you want to say about that one?
I think we can pull this right back into the Pro Tour.
Yep, into the keynote. Oh, bro, this was so cool to watch. It was so sick. I was
It-
I was at the edge of my seat the entire time watching the keynote live. Um, okay, so how do we want to start this thing? Do we go in order of the reveals?
so
Like, I guess.
I just like, if you haven't seen the keynote, actually insane,
Go watch
actually
it and then
crazy,
come back.
so cool. Yeah, the keynote is so cool, and it, like, after the keynote, the amount of people, like, I felt like for a couple sets now, there hasn't been a lot of hype for the sets. Like, oh, okay, omens, we're getting lightning heroes. Oh, cool. Like, oh, we're looking at pen. Like, sure. Like, cool. We're getting a bunch of filler heroes. Oh, Super Slam, another wrestling set. Wow. Uh, but then we get like sitting down for this keynote, like everyone is so excited, and every reveal was just extra juice on the
I bet
top.
it was a
Like
lot of cheers every time. I can only imagine.
like and so many people are like, it's actually like, I think the hype for this set is absurd.
I just
And
put in
I
my
think the
pre-order for a
hype,
case. That's how hyped I am.
yeah, like I think, and we can like talk a little bit about like Atlanta, because there's like some stuff at Atlanta that's going on for the 100th calling with like sync belows and some promos that are going on with this set. And that sold out in an hour and a half, under an hour and a half, the
Yeah, we can talk
entire
about
calling.
that's a good point. We'll talk about that first because it is relevant. Yeah, because of this keynote, the Atlanta calling, which happens a week after the release, I think, is what it is, because it's October 2nd to 4th, and I think the set comes out, or is it that weekend? Might be that weekend.
And I don't even know. I just think the hype for the set and the 100th calling and all that stuff,
Because
like
I
I think
think
so much.
I think pre-release is September 25th weekend, and so I think the Atlanta weekend is literally the weekend it releases. Um, And so anyway, sorry, yeah. So there's so much hype for it
Yeah.
that it sold out in an hour and a half, like you mentioned. The calling sold out in an hour and a half.
Well, and
Have we?
all the go again packages. Like literally,
Yes.
like the event like sold out, or a lot of the event sold out in an hour and a half. Like,
I don't think we've ever had a calling sell out in the first place.
no, we
We've had
have.
Battle
Like
Hardened
we
sell
def
out. We've had Battle Hardened sell out, but I don't think we've ever had calling sell out. Have
I th-
we?
I think we've had a calling sell out, because I remember that at one point they reopened more slots for calling in the past.
Maybe. Maybe it was the Portland one, which was like the 50th calling or
Yeah, it
something.
might have been Portland. I don't
Yeah.
remember exactly, but like actually crazy.
Yeah.
But that's
Insane.
like, the keynote was so cool, and then they're going back into the lore, and if you haven't seen the lore, the king's dead, which everyone was expecting, but oh, the
Yep.
reveal for that, and then there's the foil play mats that I don't even remember where you get that. I think it's like the world release thing.
The world championship or the world premiere?
Yeah, something like that.
It's in Seoul,
But
whichever
like,
one it is. I think it's the world premiere.
yeah, it's like, it looks so cool, and the reveals are so cool. And we'll start off with the heroes.
Yeah, let's do the heroes first. All right. Which one do we want to start with?
I mean, we could start with let's start with the most tame. Levia's back.
Levi's
And
back.
I think it's so fun because there's so much excitement. Like, I'm excited for Levia. Like, I play Levia. Like, it's actually, I'm not gonna go run and get it, but it's in my room. That's right around the corner here. I have the deck, and I've been waiting for Levia. So we're getting more support, and she's being reinvented again. But it's sick. It's so cool, and I think there are a lot of people that I know that are like super excited for it. and it's like the one I don't know, like every once in a while there's like a reprint of a hero, and people are like, "Ah, we're getting Katsu again." No, like this time, like I felt like
I want to say really quickly, just for the listeners, um, because I have on the screen, but Levia, they are reprinting her. They're not giving us a new one. It is the same
yeah,
hero, well, effectively the same hero text.
yeah. I mean, it's the
They changed the wording just a smidge.
yeah, they changed the wording, but it's the exact same hero.
Yeah.
It's the true text of the card where the true text has something a little different from the original one. But anyways, like Levi's back, and like I think there's so many people so excited to see Levia back, see her get reinvented. She's a deck that like
Picked up
not even
this.
in the calling anyone played. I I'm so incredibly excited for Levia, and I think that's like the tamest one, and a lot of people are excited. Like there's a card that on hit creates an ally for Levia. There
Yeah.
is a colorless card that says like instant banish this gain 3 resources, and it has 6
Here,
power.
let's go over those really quick then. Because since we're talking about them, let's just go over the Levia cards while we're at it. Let's start with Beckoning Hunger, which summons the ally. And this comes in rainbow. The red one is a 3-cost red, 7 attack, 3 block, Shadow Brute action attack at common, which is relevant. When this attacks, banish the top card of your deck. When this hits, create a Blasphemous, the Insatiable Hunger token, and it has Blood Debt. And Blasphemous, the Insatiable Hunger. Let me see if there is a Marvel one I can put up here. It is a 6 attack, 6 health Shadow token demon ally. And it says unique. You can only control 1 Blasphemous. And this is relevant because there are now 2 Blasphemous allies that exist.
Well, and you are also Blasmafit if you flip.
That is true. So you cannot have this and flip, I guess. I wonder how that works if you already have this out and you want to flip. We'll find out with the rules reprise.
Right.
But so yeah, it's unique for that sense. And then it says once per turn, you may play an action card with Blood Debt from your banish zone. I'm sorry, what? At the beginning of each end phase, you may banish a card from your hand. Then, if you haven't banished a card with Blood Debt this turn, destroy this. What's your thoughts?
We don't know how it attacks yet.
It doesn't. That's the thing. It does not attack. So it is simply an ally that stays around and allows you to play an attack action from banish.
The thing is, it has 6 power. Like, why is that relevant if it can't attack?
Because it's part of the 666 theme, right?
Okay. I don't know. I feel like there's
all it
gonna
is.
be something that has like the attack trigger on it, where it's like
It
a
might.
majestic that says like, "Oh, if this hits, attack with an ally," and it could be a
Yeah.
generic shadow majestic, and then it might just be a
I just don't
generic.
think you need to. I think it's good enough
I
by
don't think
itself.
you. But like, I feel like it's got to mean something. But no, I think it's so cool, and like, there's so much stuff they're giving to Levia already that I think it's really cool to reinvent this hero, and it's a hero that people love.
So I want to
So
point out something with this card, by the way, and I found out because I tried out some Levia in Silver Age with the new card that summons this. So I summoned it, and then my opponent ended their turn, and it said, "Would you like to banish a card?" And then I reread it, and I was like, "Once at the beginning of each end phase, so you have to banish a card with 6 or more." Or sorry, you just have to banish a card. That has to be 6 or more. You have to banish a card from your hand on both end phases to keep it alive, which is important. It's very relevant. So it is kind of expensive in that sense, but you still get to play a card from Banish Zone on your turn, which is a big deal.
so um yeah, no, it's cool. I'm interested to see it.
Yeah.
There's so much to think about. I'm excited to see the cards because it feels like the cards in this set are gonna be better than the Dust Till Dawn cards.
In terms of
Where
strength or in terms of looks?
everything.
Everything. Fair enough.
Look at Dust Till Dawn and tell me that anything good about them and Levi's playing
Dang.
set.
Yeah, let's talk about the other card you mentioned, Blood Harvest. I look up the name here. Just
It's
go
so
through
cool.
all the Leviah cards first. Here we go. This is a 3-cost, no pitch, 6 power, 0 block, shadow brute attack action at Majestic. And it says
Mhm.
instant. Banish this from your hand. Gain 3 pitch. Blood debt. I'm sorry, what?
You know why this is so strong?
Why is that?
Is because it banishes a 6 off itself and pitches 3.
Yes. It is effectively a blue 6.
Yes.
It's actually better than a blue 6. It's
Just straight
literally
to ban.
better than a blue 6. Insane. Absolutely insane card.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I think this card alone makes Leviah much more consistent. And then we have another card I'm going to talk about whenever we're done with this that
Yeah.
adds to it even further. But absolutely insane card. It's super consistent for you. It's a blue pitch that banishes itself to turn off your blood debt. What more could you ask for? Let's find the name of the next card. It is it's the arms. You remember the name? Here it is. Hex Gauntlet.
Oh, yes. That one is so cool, too. Sorry, I
Hex
got very
Gauntlet.
distracted.
No, you're
They
good.
just spoiled some boots.
I did. Ooh, we'll go over that in just a second.
I sent you the image in our chat.
I'm
We'll go over it
seeing
when we're done, but they just spoiled some boots.
okay, so Hex Gauntlet for Leviah. I
Yes.
first saw this, by the way, it was like layered over some cards, so I saw 6 power and I thought it was a weapon. No, this is arms with 6 power. Shadow Brute equipment arms. No blocking. It says instant. Banish this. Turn a card with blood debt in your banish zone face down, and it has blood debt. Insane.
Actually, so good. Especially in a limited environment.
Yes.
It's so good.
And
you just get it in sealed, like, oh.
yes. In sealed, you just get to have this card, by the way. Which is super good. But this is alone what Leviah needed. Like by itself. This is all Leviah needed, was just an in-arena way to turn off blood debt whenever you whiff. This alone makes her already good. And then we get everything else around her. Insane.
The gloves are so cool because it's and like there's some people, or there are definitely people that I'm like that were like, oh, I don't understand it, and it's like, well, it turns off Leviah, or it turns Leviah's hero text on. You banish this, you don't take blood debt. It is just a emergency button in your arms, and it is going to be so good for draft.
Yeah, and for draft, it'll be very good. I mean,
you know who I'm forcing? Leviah. No.
Yeah. Any other Leviah cards you want to cover?
No, that's like all the top cards in my head. Oh, they spoiled a lot of cards. Holy!
Oh my god, these boots. Okay, I have to talk about these now. I have to talk about these now. Hold on. Did I already get my Marvel boots?
Can I tell you
which ones I got? Because I didn't.
Okay.
I got the head and the arms. Because I don't know if I need the Marvel boots anymore with this. All right.
Yeah.
So this is, unfortunately, I can't show on the screen because it just.
We're being hijacked.
We're being hijacked. I'm hijacking the podcast for Olympia cards. We just got spoiled. It is a rare too, which is amazing. Let me.
Do you know who they're also boots for? Read it and then you can.
Yeah. So prize worn Pathfinders. They are Guardian Warrior equipment legs with at rare. They block for 1 with battle worn. And it says whenever you win a wager, you may pay 1. If you do, remove a -1 counter from this. That's Valiant Dynamos, effectively.
That is Valiant Dynamos. And you know what? And it's a rare.
Wait,
it's not a majestic. It's not a legendary. It's a rare.
Wait, it's a Betsy card. It's a Betsy
card. That's what I was thinking.
It's a Betsy card. I was thinking Olympia. This is the Betsy card. Holy shit.
It is a Betsy card. Betsy got her boots.
Betsy got boots. You know, that's so funny too, because I was like, whenever I built Betsy, I was like, man, I'm running Ominous Ward, but that's just because all the other boots suck.
Yeah. Betsy got her boots.
We got our boots. Let's go. Oh, that's sick.
Crazy.
Um, I may as well go over the
Strongest
rest of
hero
these.
out of Mastery Pack Warrior.
Yeah.
Betsy.
Um, since we're here, we got two other spoilers.
Okay.
We got
Live,
visit
hot off the press.
hot off the presses. Visit the prize room. This is a one cost blue warrior action, blocks for 2 at rare. Olympia specialization. You may destroy a gold you control. If you do, equip a prized Galea from your inventory. Create a Vigor and Courage token. Go again. Huh. I mean, the fact that this is at rare makes it really good for Sage.
Yeah.
But let me think
I was
about
surprised
this.
they printed more armor equipment for
Well, yeah, because you
Olympia.
don't have it in Sage for what it's worth. You don't have armor equipment, re-equipment in there. Interesting. So you can destroy gold. The fact that it costs 1 makes it funky, and it blocks 2. You create a Vigor and a Courage.
But you gain 3 life when you cast this.
You you gain, yeah, you effectively swap a gold for 3 life, and you get a Vigor and a Courage. But the Vigor might not
It's like
matter. Is the fun? Oh no, it matters for the because don't you pay 1 for Prize Galea? Is it does it cost 1? I forget.
a really odd 1 for 5 go again at blue.
Prize Galea. Yeah, it does pay. Okay, yeah. So it costs 1. You pay 1, destroy this target weapon you control. Wagers a gold token with the defending hero. I see. So like the intended process here, I suppose, would be you play this, you swap, you get your prize Galea in. The next turn you block with it, and then you can spend a gold to swing the weapon, and then spend the vigor token to attack reaction prize Galea.
And then create 2 gold to do it
Yeah,
again.
to do it again. So it doesn't block 3; it blocks 2. It's funky. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that card.
I
Uh,
like I think it's a 1 for 5 go again in a really odd way.
1 for 5.
Because you get, well, I guess maybe not 1 for 5, maybe 1 for 4, because you get 2 block off the helmet, you get a vigor and a courage.
You make it. You refund the gold. Effect, ideally, you refund the gold. You get the
Yeah.
courage. That's 3. Kind of. It's like 3 or 4 value, isn't it? Am I missing something? I don't know. I'll have to think about that one.
Yeah, it's
Um,
super weird.
yeah, very funky. I think it'll be probably good in Sage, but we'll see if it's CC playable. Heads up, your next sword attack this turn gets +3, and win this. Oh, sorry. This is a 1 cost red warrior action, 3 block at Majestic. Your next sword attack this turn gets +3, and when this attacks, if it wagered, it gets dominate. Go again. Okay. Very good Olympia card.
I was gonna say it's probably just an Olympia card, but
We might get some funky other warrior wager archetypes that could use this too. But it's I wonder, I mean, one for 3 dominate, it's pretty good. I wish it was I almost wish it was like a blue 1 for 1 dominate instead that you could like pitch stack.
well, we have the yellow still, where it's
Yeah,
+1, your
that's true.
gets dominate, and it's 0 cost, and it blocks 3. So that's why I'm like, I don't know how good this actually is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's solid at
It
least.
might be I
Because
mean, the +3 dominate isn't irrelevant, especially when you're wagering.
exactly. When you're wagering, having dominate, if dominate forces through a gold, well, it's actually at least a gold on top of whatever you're wagering against heroes that might have blocked it out otherwise. That's a big deal. Um, yeah, let's go. Since we have these other warrior cards here, this is already in the warrior train. I hijacked the podcast. Y'all are stuck with me now. We have this was spoiled yesterday. We have Into the Muck. It is a red 0 cost warrior attack reaction that blocks 3 at Majestic. Play this only if you've wagered this chain link. Banish a non-equipment defending card on the active chain link. This card is disgusting. This card
Actually crazy.
is actually disgusting. So there's a few things that are funky about this. First, you would think, oh, this is like a route effect, right? It's like a conditional route where only if you've wagered, and then you get to banish a non-equipment defending card on the active chain link instead of popping to the hand. But that's important, first of all, is it gets banished instead of going back to the hand. So it's actually gone. Like if it's a D reaction, they can't replay it. Which means that if your opponent plays Staunch Response and pays into it, you get to remove 10 block with this bad boy. Or like an
Not
immovable.
excited.
So like the floor is 3 value, right? Like you get to ban it, you get to give +3
I
effectively.
mean, I think the
It's like a shred.
floor is it does nothing. The
Well,
opponent
okay.
just chooses not to block, and you're stuck with this in hand.
That is fair. The floor is that it's like a reprise effect that you can't use. That is true. But the ceiling is insane. It is
The ceiling
It
is
is-
bonkers.
absolutely crazy.
0 for 10? Ooh.
Yeah. That will be rare for what it's worth. But I think
That is rare.
something
but
that's more likely to happen is you will, banish a D react that blocks 4. So this is effectively a 0 for 4 attack reaction.
Yeah.
You will banish a Fiddler's Green that would have normally went to the graveyard and healed 3. Now that it didn't go to the graveyard, so it doesn't heal 3.
Technically still a 0 for 4.
Yes, still 0 for 4. And then of course you're obviously pushing through your wagers, so this is enabling you to get at least a gold, right? I don't know. This card is insane. Olympia
Bonkers.
S tier, easy.
Already better than anything in Guardian Mastery pack.
And then we got yeah, exactly. Oh, that's something else we gotta talk about. But we'll do it right after this card. We have the last warrior spoiler as of recent. Honed for Honor or Owned for Honor. I can't remember how that's pronounced. This is a blue 0 cost warrior action that blocks 3 at Majestic. It says sharpen target sword you control. If it has 3 or more +1 counters, you may put an attack reaction card from your graveyard on top of your deck. Go again. Very strong blue for Hala.
Is very strong. It's a cool card.
Yeah, cool card. That's all I have to say.
I don't know Hala enough. Yeah, I'm like, I don't have much more to say. It's cool to be able to recycle attack reactions. First card in the game.
Yeah. Before we move off of Mastery Pack Warrior, we did get this during the keynote, which is that it is another Crack Shuffle play set. We are getting another Smash Palace with Mastery Pack Warrior as the packs in there for Crack Shuffle play. So confirmed Crack Shuffle play, which is kind of what we were suspecting originally. If it was going to be,
I think everyone
play set.
Thought,
yeah. But thankfully, so far we haven't seen necessarily a similar lower power level because of the set. It didn't get the Mastery Pack Guardian treatment.
Thank God.
Yeah. Yeah, and we got 2 new heroes, which are both Sage playable actually because of this. Which we'll go over those really quick. Let me pull them up on the screen. The first one is Killjoy. Would you like to read that one out? Do you have it ready?
No, I did not have Killjoy. I had the other one. Sorry, I didn't realize.
All right, I'll read Killjoy and you'll read the next one. All right, Killjoy the Crooked Blade. This is a reviled warrior thief hero at young for intellect 20 health at rare, so you can play it in Sage. You may attack any opposing hero. Whenever you steal a gold, the crowd boos you. The first time the crowd boos you each turn, each hero with more health than you loses 1. This is another thief hero for Silver Age, which is really cool. And it's a reviled warrior, which is different than the other reviled heroes in the game so far.
And it's a thief.
And exactly. It's a
so
thief.
You can play all the cards that say if you're a thief.
Yeah, which are some really cool cards. Plus, you can try to synergize with like the whenever you steal gold, the crowd boos you by putting in some of the wagering for gold stuff in here since you're a warrior. And then you have the thief, which gives you like the arms that steal gold, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool hero. What's the next one? What's their name so I can pull it up?
The next one is Zane, Broadly Beloved, which is a 20 life, 4 intellect revered warrior hero, young. You may play 2-handed swords as if they were one-handed. Whenever you win a wager, the crowd cheers you. And the first time you are cheered, each hero or the first time the crowd cheers you each turn, each hero draws a card.
Cool effect. Your two-handed swords are one-handed.
Valda's best friend right there.
It's too bad that this is like only a Silver Age hero because it would be really fun to have like a two-handed sword with the new shield that lets you like route a card basically back to the hand. Because I think it's the intention, right? Is that you
I
run
didn't even think about that.
yes, I think it's the intention is that you run a sword and a shield, but you can in the art. I think that's also part of the intention. You can dual wield two-handed swords because the art Zane has two swords, two big ass swords in his hand. Yeah, cool card. And then a
So
new combination too. So revered warrior.
it's fun. Before we go on, there was yet another live spoiler just
Shit.
revealed right now.
Terms of combat: 2 cost red warrior action that blocks for 3 and majestic. Your next weapon attack this turn gets +4, and whenever a defense reaction is played or activated, this chain link draw a card. Wow.
Costing 2 is a lot.
Costing 2 is a lot. 2 for 4 is a lot. This isn't necessarily an Olympia card, but this is an insane Dorinthia card. Dawnblade Dorinthia card. Absolutely bonkers card for her.
I just don't know if it fits her cost curve.
It doesn't. But getting to get a card off of it's like a free it's like a +1 resource 0 for 4. Like, especially against decks that run enough D reacts, and you're like, I don't know. This seems insane for Dory. I don't know how strong it is for the other warriors, but for Dory it feels amazing.
It is very cool, and I can't wait to have 2 Seismic Surge. The opponent plays this and go, oh,
Oh.
sink below, draw a card, 3 Seismics. Oh, thank you so much. I'm excited.
All right, should we move on to the most hyped hero for this set? The one that got the
Okay,
Emery deck.
so okay, I was gonna say I'm like I don't know who the most hyped hero is.
I
There's
think
2 heroes here.
What do you mean you don't know? You know who it is.
Okay, I think everyone wants to play this hero.
Yes. Would you like to read it
So
out?
Malice.
Domina?
Sorry. Domina of the Dead, thank you. 4 intellect, 40 health, Shadow Necromancer hero.
We called it.
Action,
We predicted
pay
it.
1, tap. Until end of turn, you may play target zombie from your graveyard. Whenever a zombie you control dies, banish it face down and create a corrupted corpse in your banish zone.
First of all, the art looks so
Oh,
sick.
it's so good. It's everything I think everyone wanted.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then the allies have decay counters on it. Everything everyone wanted. And
Yeah. We'll get to that in a second here. So yeah, let's look at an example zombie then first. So we only have I think 2 zombies revealed so far.
yeah.
Let's start with this one because this one's kind of cool. Uh, so we have Restless Magister. It is a 0-cost red Shadow Necromancer action zombie ally. Attacks for 3, has 3 health. This one is at rare. When this hits a hero, they banish a card from their hand, and it has decay, which means at the beginning of your end phase, put a -1 health counter on this. So it's gonna die by itself over time, which is super interesting. This is what we kind of thought the Gravy's allies were going to be like, which they didn't
I
end up
think
being
this
that
is
way.
way more balanced.
Um, so going back to Malice, uh, you can pay 1 and tap her to play target zombie from your graveyard. This is kind of similar to Gravy's effect, but he has the restriction of playing a blue card to do it. Malice, you have to pay and tap 1 to do it instead. So you don't have to play a card to play a zombie, but you do have to pay a resource to play a zombie. And then the weapon is very interesting. It
Yeah.
is Vox Necropolis. It is a Shadow Necromancer weapon staff two-hand. And it says during your action phase, zombies you've played from a graveyard or banished zone enter the arena tapped and get when this enters the arena, attack with it. Zombies you control get action, pay one, tap, attack. No go again on that, by the way. Uh, so anytime you play a zombie, it immediately starts attacking. Um, and then you can also spend your action point to pay one and attack with zombies, kind of like with Gravy. The last thing is we have Corrupted Corpse. This is also mentioned in the Malice text, where it actually, how did it read in the Malice text? It said when a zombie you control dies, banish it face down and create a Corrupted Corpse in your banish zone. Now, Corrupted Corpse is a 2-cost, no pitch, 3 attack, 3 health, Shadow Necromancer, action, zombie ally. Common, but that's kind of irrelevant. It says Incarnate. This can't start in your deck. If this would die, instead it ceases to exist. This card's attacks get go again, and it has blood debt. So,
In-
go ahead.
Super duper curl, super cool. Playing it from the banished zone is going to be the hard part because you're going to have to play cards that bring it from banished zone or play it directly from banished zone. But speaking of which, there is a card that we got spoiled. And I was trying to see if Bridge of Domination. And it is a blue 0-cost 3-block Shadow Necromancer action aura. Go again. At the start of each turn, destroy this unless you put a zombie from your banished zone into your graveyard. This just lets you move them into graveyard so you can play them.
Yes. Yeah, so you bring up a good point, which is there's not very many ways that we know. Well, okay, I'm not gonna say that actually, but basically, you can't innately play these corrupted corpses from the banished zone, so they're gonna be ticking down your blood and dealing you blood debt until you remove them in some way. And like you mentioned, this Bridge of Damnation, it does pull them into the graveyard, which then allows you to play them, right? Um, I think that the intention though is to make a ton of Gate of Arathriel tokens. That
Oh,
is the
yeah.
one where you pay one and then you can play a card from your banished zone. And it curves really well, right? Because you get to pay one and then pay two. So you get to pitch a blue to play one of these corrupted corpses out of your banished zone. Now, something I just noticed, by the way, since the corrupted corpses attacks get go again, when you play it from the banished zone, or when you play it from the graveyard or banished zone or whatever, however you end up playing it, you will get your action point back. Whereas
Yes.
I don't believe you would normally with Malice, right? Because Malice,
No.
oh no, you do. Sorry, you do. You get go again from her action of playing. Wait,
But
how does this read?
playing so
Oh no, I see it. I
you
see it.
go again to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
activate her, and then when you
Yeah.
play target zombie, it usually takes an action. But
Yes.
the staff puts an attack on the layer. So corrupted quartz, when it attacks, gains go again.
Yeah.
So
I thought there might have
you
been some funky thing where you get an action point this way, but that's not true because activating Malice, it doesn't play the zombie. It gives you the ability to play the zombie, and then the ability to play the zombie gets go again. But then playing the zombie itself does not have go again. That's where I was
yes.
getting confused. Okay. So yes, with the corrupted course specifically, you will get your action point back when you play it because it has go again. Um, it doesn't have decay also, which is
The
relevant.
corrupted quartz now it does not.
Yeah, so they will not trickle down. It does stay until the opponent kills it. So
And then
go ahead.
okay, like there's just so much cool things about this hero. Roiling Fisher might make it back into the list for Bridge of Domination.
Damnation.
Or Damnation, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, so this is definitely the most efficient way to
Yeah.
get these corrupted corpses out, because the most important part about this is that you can basically keep it refilling itself, right? If you play a zombie every turn, then you will always have a zombie to move from your banished zone into your graveyard, right? Which is super important because currently we don't have a lot of ways to make Gate of Wrathriel tokens. That's the problem, right? Like there are a lot of cards that exist to make ethereal tokens, but they don't work for Malice because they either need to be played from banish or they need specific conditions to hit or to make them. And so you just don't have very many ways to make those gate ethereal tokens, but you do have this Bridge of Damnation, which will very consistently and easily put those from your banish zone into your graveyard. So yeah, like you mentioned, getting to destroy this aura as the opponent is a very big deal.
Yeah, no, it's it just looks so cool. There's so many people that want to play the Shadow Necromancer. And like even like this, let me read one of the rare allies we got spoiled.
Yeah.
Restless Magister. Red, 0 cost, 3 health, 3 attack. When this hits a hero, they banish a card from their hand. Decay. That's rare. On hit, banish card from hand.
Yeah. So this is one I did read. I did read this one out already.
Oh no, you read. I thought you read the.
No, I read this one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The other one is a majestic.
The Restless Commander. Yeah, sorry.
Yes,
I don't know where I
it's
was
fine.
when you were reading that. I thought you read the Commander.
But this one's good
That's
too.
a
This
rare.
one says zombies you control get +1, which is crazy. Because like yeah, like with the Restless Magister, it's a 3 attack, so you just put 3 block in front of it, right?
Yeah.
But there is a new card that we got spoiled as well. Dig for Souls. It is an X cost red Shadow Necromancer action that blocks 3 and majestic. Look at the top X cards of your deck. You may put a zombie from among them into your graveyard. Then put the rest on the bottom of your deck in any order. Your next zombie attack this turn gets +4, and when this hits, destroy this zombie. So you can attack with that zombie for 7. If your opponent lets it hit, yeah, you'll lose a zombie, but they also lose a card. And then you get this is a 1 card 7, right? Because you will effectively you'll have dead threads. This is definitely a dead threads deck. So you play this,
Yeah.
you put the zombie in your graveyard, you get to activate dead threads to make a resource, you pay for
Hit
Malice's
banish
ability,
card.
you play the zombie that automatically attacks with the staff, and so now it's attacking for 7. So this is a 1 card
Well, the
7.
thing is, you have to pull it. You have to pay into Dig for Souls.
Oh, that's true.
So it's more
Sorry.
like a 2 card 7.
That's true. I totally forgot. If you know this up your deck somehow, it could be a 1 card 7. Like if you
Well,
fate for
then
seeing
no,
the
but then
previous
you
turn.
can't play because you don't. You have to have like a Vigor floating or something.
Oh, it's not just reveal the top card of your deck and then put it in the graveyard. It's among the cards you look at, put it in your graveyard. Oh, you're right. Okay. I was overvaluing this card then.
I mean, a 2 card 7 is still good, especially with on hit banish.
Yes. But you also have to hit the on-hit banish for what it's worth. If you hit a different zombie, your opponent will be like, yeah, I'll just let it hit. Like, it's still good. Yeah. It's still like a 2 card,
still good.
Maybe 8 if you hit the Restless Commander, right? But yeah, no, not as good as I thought it was.
Man, I really zoned into something else when you were reading that. I thought you read Restless Commander.
That's funny. No, you're good. You're good. I think that's all of the notable stuff for Malice. We definitely got some other spoilers, but we are approaching an hour and 50 minutes, so we should probably make we have a whole nother hero to talk about as well.
That's true.
I think the last thing I'll say when it comes to Malice is we also got these really cool alt arts that are they're K-pop style, and I really want them, but I'm not gonna be able to afford them. It's basically where I'm at.
You don't want the signed Malice card?
You know, it is a cool Malice. I don't think I'm prepared to pay $1,000 plus, but it's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Would you like to talk about the last hero in Usurp the Shadow Throne?
The last hero is Viserai the Forsaken. 4 intellect, 4 health, Shadow Runeblade hero. Whenever you create 1 or more rune chants, banish the top card of your deck. Then, if you created 3 or more rune chants this turn, traverse.
What does traverse mean? Yeah, what is that?
Oh, I think it says flip your hero, your life does not change. Okay. Oh, a flip?
Okay. What? So you flip into this card.
Viserai the Usurper, which star health, 4 intellect, Shadow Runeblade hero, demon. Okay. The first attack action card with blood that you play each turn has go again. Pretty good.
Okay.
At the
Chain
beginning of
text.
each end phase, if you've created or activated a gate of Irathiel this turn, you may traverse.
Okay, so what you're saying is you start in Viserai the Forsaken. If you create a rune chant, you banish a card from the top of your deck. And then if you make 3 rune chants, you get to flip into the guy that lets you play cards banished from your deck. And they get go
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. You already get to play the cards that you're playing with, presumably. You play with cards that can be played from Banish Zone. So you already get to activate them, even if you don't make 3 rune chants. But if you make 3 rune chants and flip into Viserai Usurper, now your first attack action card with Blood Debt each turn has go again. So
Mhm.
that seems strong.
That seems really strong.
This is
Do
pretty
you
good.
remember when Viserai had to like banish cards from his deck to gain go again? Or I mean, not Viserai, Chain.
Chain?
And
Yeah.
now we have Viserai who just when
Who
you
just
flip
gets go again?
has go again on your first
Yeah. Yeah.
blood debt
That's
card.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what might be a cool card to play from your Banish Zone with go again? Any thoughts? There might be a new card.
There might be a new card yet. Are we
Yeah.
talking? There's is it maybe Corrupt and Conquer?
Yeah, I think it would be Corrupt and Conquer. Let me read out this
Okay.
card. This is a 2-cost red shadow action attack with 6 attack, 3 block, at Majestic. If this was played from your Banish Zone, it gets defense reaction cards cannot be played to this chain link. When this hits a hero, banish all cards in their arsenal, Blood Debt. Why does this card feel really familiar? There's something that I'm having deja vu.
Conqueror of the High Seas.
That's what it is. It's Conquer the
Yeah,
High
yeah,
Seas. Yeah. Um yeah, no, this is a shadow CNC.
That's Blood Debt.
Yeah, it
Which
has
is
Blood
sick.
Debt, and it's like it's interesting because not only does it have Blood Debt, and it only gets its effect if you play from the Banish Zone, right? So if you draw this card, it's kind of like whatever, unless you have a way to banish it from hand. But if you do play it, or sorry, my bad. I misrepresenting it. If it's played from Banish Zone, it gets the defense reaction cards can't be played.
Yep.
You still get the next effect, which is when this hits a hero, banish all cards in their arsenal. Now it's not just a card in their arsenal; it's all cards in their arsenal in case they are on New Horizon and you just really hate Rangers. um, wait, is that how CNC also already reads? Oh, it is how
No.
CNC already reads. Yeah, CNC does say destroy all cards in their arsenal. Never mind. I thought it was new. Okay, regardless, you still get the destruction effect. You just don't get the defense reaction effect unless you play it from Banish Zone.
So you know who else this is really cool in? In Levia, it's a 6 base power. It also has Blood Debt, which means when you flip, you can play it from your Banish Zone. It also Shadow Realm Horror is a 6, so when you hit off Shadow Realm Horror and can play it from your Banish Zone.
Holy shit!
It's
Yeah, it's just a shadow action. It's not a Rune
Shadow.
Blade or anything.
Yeah. So when
Wow.
Levia throws this at you 9 times in one game.
Wow. They can actually throw it more than 9 times in one game, right? They can throw
Yeah,
it
if you
3 times by itself. They
Yep.
can throw it 3 times off of Corrupt and Conquer. Or sorry, not Corrupt, they can throw it 3 times off of Shadow Realm Horror.
Shadow Realm.
And then they can also throw it if they have the Blasphephet, new Blasphephet ally, or if they turn into Blasphephet, they get to throw it even more times. And every time you play it, it goes back to your graveyard. So then you get to banish it again.
Which is exactly where you wanted to be to vanish.
Yeah. So you could play this infinite times in Levia. Yeah. Insane card. Very good card.
I think you're also in, but going back to Viscera, I like another card though. Open the Gates of Irathiel. A red 0 cost 3 block, 4 attack, shadow attack action. When this hits or banishes or is banished from hand or deck, create a Gate of Irathiel token. So you want to hit this off the top. You're creating rune chance. If you hit this, you create a Gate of Irathiel token. And then you go back to you flip after you create the rune chance. You play this for 0 for 4 go again. On hit, create a Rethio token. And then you can, if you want, flip back or even play the Gate of Irethio token to throw another attack. And like that card's super good in Viscerai.
Yeah, so something notable about this one and the Corrupt and Conquer is they both don't innately get to be played from the Banish Zone. You do need to have some way to play them from Banish Zone.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Which in Viserai, you do have a lot of ways to make these gate to Wrathfield tokens, which effectively says pay 1, destroy this, play a card from your Banish Zone. So a lot of these cards in Viserai, at least, they will have one additional cost to them because you have to, or
That's
more than that, because you have to not only have this gate to Wrathfield token, but you also have to pay 1 to crack it. So keep that keep these that in mind when you evaluate these cards. But by the way, I have the Marvel for this card on screen, which is what you get for the calling package for Atlanta. Gorgeous Marvel art,
I
absolutely
wish.
gorgeous Marvel
I
art.
wish I could get that.
Yeah, I did get my package, so I'll be having one of those bad boys. I'm gonna pick up a playset of these for sure. They're amazing. Yeah, very strong card for Viserai.
There's so many cool things. Unbound by Shadow is a 0 for 4 block 3 that says if this is played from Banish, create Gate of Irethio token. So many cool things.
Yeah, you do need. It's interesting because it's effectively recycling a gate, right?
Yeah.
Because you're likely using a gate to play this, and then it makes a new gate, which isn't bad. And it's a rare, so you could play this in Silver Age.
Then there's
Look,
Seven Sin Nebula,
you have the
which
new weapon.
the new weapon. They're like, no more 1 for 3 weapons for Runeblade. They're too strong. Anyways, here's Viscerai's 1 for 3 weapon that has on hit create a rune chant.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's literally Galaxy Black, but instead of dealing arcane damage, it makes a rune chant.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny.
And then there's Become the Shadow Lord, which is a blue block 3 0 cost. Banish a card from your hand. If it's Runeblade, create a rune chant. If it's Shadow, create a Gate of Irethio. Pretty good.
I don't remember seeing this card.
There's a Marvel version of it. Do you have the
I have it on
Marvel up?
screen. I have it on. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Uh,
Banish card from your hand. If it's Runeblade, create a rune chant. If it's Shadow, create a gate. That's
really
super
good.
good.
That's insanely good.
That's insanely good. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Any other notable ones I somehow missed?
All the cards. If you haven't seen the spoilers, go see the spoilers.
Yes.
But a
Um,
couple cards. Or I'm gonna name just a couple more cards off the top right now.
yeah,
First is Circlet of Eternal End. It is the new calling champion prize. So if you haven't seen that, look at that. It's so beautiful.
it is
But also, it's a
gorgeous.
generic headpiece, block 2, blade break. One this defends, turn a card in the attacking hero's banished zone face down.
Yeah. So it's specifically anti Shadow
Yes.
headpiece.
And it
Yeah,
also
gorgeous
affects
card.
Earth, turns off Decompose.
That's true. It does also deal with Earth. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't turn off the Decompose, but it, like, oh, Felling's coming in for 8, and they have 4 cards in Earth, or in Banish. Block this. Now Felling's coming in for 4 because I flipped one face down. Like,
Right. And it blocks 2 still. So it's like, yeah, it's like a Crown
yeah,
Providence replacement essentially
so
for
like
those
block
matchups.
6.
Um, yeah, you can also flip over like a good card for Levia that you don't want them played against you, like the
Shadow of
Corrupt and Conquer.
Horror banishes, yeah, Corrupt and Conquer.
Yep, exactly. Um,
I feel like there's going to be some really cool plays into Levio with that, where like they're trying to flip on exact blood debt, and then you play that, and they just take blood debt down to 14 and don't flip.
I just realized this is really funny Katsu hate too.
That's what I think the first comment I saw after that was spoiled was, I can't believe they printed more Katsu hate.
I'm trying to think who else this would hit. Definitely Katsu. This actually hits Teklevasen too. Um, it's actually probably
That's so
really good
true.
into boost Levasan because they want to boost away they want to boost, and then whenever they boost their singularity, then they use their helmet to bring it back from the banish zone. But you if they don't have a blue in hand when you block with this, then you get to flip the face down.
The other thing it's really good for is the Guardian matchup because if I'm running this, the Teclobosson has to set a head equipment in their banish zone for when I try and headbutt them. But if they
Yeah,
attack me at all while they have a head equipment in banish zone, I can block with this and then headbutt them and destroy their helmet.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it's cool that it's not just Shadow Hate; it's got other utility as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, gorgeous card. I hope I can earn that calling card one of these days. Actually, at Atlanta, maybe I can earn it in Atlanta. We'll see. Um, what else? What else? Oh, we do have an interesting card actually to talk about, don't we? Um,
I hope it's what I'm thinking.
it's gonna be an expensive card.
It's gonna be extremely expensive. It's definitely the card I'm thinking of.
So the new gem was spoiled, which is actually kind of surprising that they spoiled this. Usually they leave it for like the last card to be revealed, right?
Well, I
Um,
think they did it because it fits like the idea in the lore. Because the idea is this is what Chain was searching for to kill a god.
I see. Okay,
And
cool
this
gem
is
though.
what Viscerai got
Um,
that in this is what Viscerai got to attain his power to traverse through the planes. So that's why like the theory like the flavor of Viscerai is the reason he flips is he's actually jumping between Irathiel and Wraith.
okay, and he uses this to do it, or he's going for this. Sorry, what was it?
I think this is what he used to gain his power.
I see. I see. The soul of existence is what it's called. It is a shadow resource gem, fable, legendary. When this is pitched, lose one health. And you might be asking yourself, well, why would you play a gem that when you pitch it, you lose one health? That doesn't make any sense. And then you look at the top of the card and you see something kind of funky there. There's actually two funky things. First, the pitch color. What is that? What is that color, Jacob?
Well, it's not red.
It's not.
It's not
It's almost
yellow.
red.
It's not blue. It's not even white. Where it just like doesn't pitch at all.
Yeah, it's something
Well,
different.
it's also close to blue.
Yeah, it's
I
actually
think
kind of like a
I
mix of
think
red and
it's
blue, isn't it?
that. Yeah, it's. I think some people would say purple.
Yeah, I think it's purple.
Oh yeah, purple. Okay, okay.
There's something else funky. If you look at the top left corner,
Mhm.
it looks a
Yeah,
little off.
it does.
But
I
there's
can't count that
some.
high, but there's
There.
there's more than I'm used to.
Yeah, usually there's 3 circles, and then 1 through 3 of those circles are filled in based on the amount of
Yeah, yeah,
pitch that the card pitches for. But this one has 4 circles, and they are all filled in.
yeah.
So this card pitches for 4. This is the very first 4 pitch card. Apparently, the only 4 pitch card they'll ever be made or something like that. I can't remember how it was phrased in the keynote.
So they said there might be in the future another 4 pitch card. They can't promise anything, but for the time being, this is definitely the only 4 pitch card, and that this is the last gem because this is the
Yes.
idea of like the strongest gem, the ultimate power, and the it's. I think it's super cool, flavor wise and lore wise, that the power that they needed to kill a god was something that actually fundamentally breaks the rules of flesh and blood.
Yeah, it's honestly, I like this gem because I feel like it is a cost to play it, right? It's not like the other gems where it's like, oh, it doesn't really matter, that doesn't block, right? I don't care, I'm still getting a good enough
Mm.
benefit. This one not only does it not block, but when you pitch it, you lose a health. And you might not use that extra resource. It might not be any better than a blue on the turn that you draw it. So I think this is actually one of the rare fables that is actually fine. Like you don't need this card. You might even not want to run this card.
You know what's so exciting about it?
But
CNC pummel, no tunic.
yeah, I will say it. I think Leviah does want this card.
I think I think this card is insane for Leviah.
Yeah, this card's still insane for
Actually,
Leviah.
crazy for Leviah.
Yeah, it might be required for Leviah actually.
Shadow Realm Horror pitching this, like it is a 1 card 12 play. if you have hit more sixes, or 2 card 12, sorry, 2
Yeah.
card 12 play. If you hit all sixes, because you Shadow Worm Heller hitting 3 6s, play one of your 2 for 6s you just banished.
Yeah, this actually might be
2
too good for
card 12.
Levia.
It's
Yeah.
so good. It's so strong. It's so good. The problem, like the cool and interesting thing is you can run it in Levia. The thing is, if you need to flip and you have 14 life, you've planned it perfectly, and you draw this in your hand, you have to pass. You
You have to
cannot
IP
pitch
the
it.
card, yeah.
Yeah,
Or plan to discard it off of like a draw discard effect.
yeah. Like, but it's also a bad if you're like running draw discards. Like, if you hit that off a draw discard, you're not happy. You're
Yeah.
very not happy. Like, it does have some downsides, but the
Exactly.
upsides are so insane that I can't imagine Leviathan not running it. I don't know if Viscerai cares to run it. Like, a lot of his stuff is going to be pretty cheap.
Yep.
I think he just needs blues. And then Vincent, I don't think cares to run it.
Vincent might run it. So the reason that Vincent might like this is because you don't have to play a shadow card to get the symmetrical effect on your gates, right? Like for example, you
Mhm.
don't need a shadow card if you use this in pitch for anything, and then you play a um the three
Brave.
cost that makes rune chance.
Yeah.
I forget the name of it, but anyway, the three cost that makes rune chance for each number of heroes that took damage. Like you don't need a shadow card to guarantee to get a rune chant because you've now dealt damage to yourself with this by having it in
Yeah.
pitch. Also, it lets you grasp of the Arknight with 2 rune chants to get your 3rd rune chant. Because grasp of the Arknight is 2 plus the amount of rune chants you have. So if you have 2 rune chants, you pitch this to grasp. Now you have 3 rune chants for the 3 cost rune gates.
That's
Um,
fair.
so I think that Vincent will play this, but I'm not certain because a lot of times Vincent likes to do like some setup plays, and you don't want this in your hand if you're just trying to like block out and do your 1 card hand plays anyway. So
The thing,
it is iffy for
yeah.
him. Um,
The other one is like, I don't think we know enough about Malice to know if it's going to be good or bad for her.
yeah, that I think that she might not be able to afford to take more damage to do this.
Yeah.
It might not curve out well with it anyway.
But Leviah, it's so good in
Yeah, this
Leviah.
is pretty good
Oh,
for Levi, isn't it?
it's so good for
Yeah.
Leviah. Which is really unfortunate for me because I want to play Leviah so bad.
Yeah.
Uh,
Not
um,
that LL is super popular either, but this will be disgusting in LL for some of the shadow heroes.
so another thing. Did you see the Marvel version?
I have it up on the screen right now.
So the Marvel version is actually crazy. It's insanely rare. It's 1 in
Yeah.
120,000 packs.
It's like 1 in
And
like 5,000 cases or something, right?
yeah, and the other thing about it is I think what's so cool about it is the text in the Marvel version is a lore, or it's a canonical text. It's in
Oh, it's an
like
actual
runic or
language.
something. I think
Yeah,
it's the like flesh and blood runic language
that's cool. Yeah, I
that
didn't
like
know that.
Viscerai writes in. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I could be wrong and I might look really dumb, but I'm like really sure that's what that is.
Yeah, we are at 2 hours. I'm gonna try to rush through some of the rest of this.
Okay.
Unless
That was
do
the
you have anything
last
else
thing
you
I
want to say?
really was going to
Okay.
talk about.
Um, we have a couple of the cool stuff. So they are reprinting Arknight Shard, in
Yep.
the set. Um, we have a new. I don't know what this is exactly called. This like box, but you know how we got the Prism and Viserai box with the alt arts in it. So they're making another
Oh
one of
yeah,
those.
yeah.
It's called Faith and Torment. It's got this really cool like glass, like painted glass style look on the art cards. I wonder if I might be able to pull them up on here actually. Let me see if they're in Fabry because they are gorgeous. Vincent. It is perfect. All right, so yes, we have it in February for Vincent. So it's Vincent, the flail,
Mhm.
Bolton, and which weapon is it? It's Raiden. Absolutely gorgeous art. This is a Gen Con. It's at Gen Con, I believe. That's where you can pick them up. And then for the Calling Atlanta promos, it is an alter or a Marvel sync below, and it is gorgeous. I have it on the screen now.
Yeah.
This is one of the coolest arts I've seen. I have to have a playset. Like, I have to have a playset of this
Mhm.
Sync below. It is so gorgeous. Also, we haven't pointed this out yet, but I believe, and actually, I know I can see now. I know for sure. They changed the color of the number in the cost on the top right of cards. Instead of being black, it
Yeah.
is white. Um, and also on the Sync below, all the borders are in gold. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Um, so yeah, if you go to Atlanta, you can get 8 copies of this card. It's 3 Friday, 2 Saturday, and 3 Sunday. And the beautiful part is, assuming that they don't extend the or like the some of the events that you're like if that you're in don't run too late, usually they end around 5, then you can play the calling and uh assuming you don't day 2, you can play the calling and get still do every single sync below event on all 3 days.
It might just be worth going just for all the Sync Below events.
I think it
Just
is.
to farm all the Sync Belows, and then you oh
So what's unfortunate is that I couldn't find a good flight on Sunday. Maybe I'll try to look into my Monday flight instead. Cause like my flights on Sunday are too early to do the Sunday late evening events for the sync belows, but I can do all
Mhm.
my flight's like 5 p.m. currently for Sunday. So do I change it to Monday just so I can get 2 more sync belows? I probably shouldn't. I can get my playset. That's all I need. I only need my playset. It's fine. It's fine.
Uh,
But I'm tempted. I'm really tempted. um, but yeah, anything else that I missed?
um, I'm sure there's a lot that we missed, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's
there's
so
too
cool.
much.
There's so much hype, so many cool things coming out. It's exciting time to play Flesh and Blood.
It is such,
This next
and
set is
everyone
so cool.
agrees because the colony sold out in an hour and a half. It is such an exciting time to play Flesh and Blood right now.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think we needed a cool, exciting set. We had a lot of low sets for a minute, so
yeah,
this
we,
is
we
really cool to have
yeah,
this.
it all these like mid sets have been building up so that this extremely cool set is just like blowing everything out of the water now, which is
Yeah,
pretty
it's
cool.
so cool. And like I think it's classes we like Leviathan, I think people want to be playable and cool. I think everyone wanted a Shadow Necromancer. And then seeing Viscerai back as a flip card and so many cool things going on.
Yeah, we do
Two
have
Grimblade sets in a row.
we do have another thing. Whenever we're done with Usurp the Shadow Throne, we have one other thing that they mentioned in the keynote that is very relevant and very important.
Actually, there's another thing.
Okay, you say
Well,
your
I
thing
think
first.
I from my understanding, this is also the last Fabled.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah, sorry, we didn't cover that. Apparently, this is the final Fabled gem that they're gonna make. Well, new Fable gem, I should say, that they're gonna make.
Yeah,
Um,
they're gonna
yeah, so they will do reprints, and there was mention of um a cold foil Riches of Trobodani, I believe, coming out sometime in the future.
yeah, because the idea of it was to marvel it or something weird like
Yeah,
that.
something like that. And so that's in the future sometime. But yeah, apparently no more gems after this set. No more new
Well,
gems
and I think
after this
for
set.
a while they're not doing marvels and sets or fables and set. Not
Yeah,
marvels,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
fables.
You know,
Because
it might be
the
fables instead of
idea,
gems.
because the well, and gems are definitely no more.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No more gems. Fabled, I think they said they're going away with because it used to be the idea of the chase card in the set. But now that they have marvels in the set, those end up being more chase than the actual fableds are.
Yep.
So they are making it so they're taking out fabled, so they're just having marvels at the chase cards. And oh my god, I think we've been preaching this every single set. Thank
Yep.
the Lord that
Oh my
it's like
god, thank you.
I
Oh,
think it was actually really funny when they said this was the last Fabled gem, how loud the like hall cheered.
oh, did it? That's
Yeah,
so sick. Yeah, thank God they're doing that.
yeah. But I thought
um,
that was a important note to mention.
yeah, that is very important. The last important note to mention is we are going from 2 pro tours to 3 pro tours a year, which is
So
so
cool.
cool. We're
So cool.
expanding the competitive circuit, game's growing, game's doing well. They wanted to give us more of these big tournaments, and I'm so here for it. I'm so excited for it. We'll talk about some theories about this next week, but I'm excited for what this means for the future of Flesh and Blood. All right, is there anything else we missed?
Uh, I'm sure of it. I'm sure.
My voice is starting to go away. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes. So
I could
do you have
talk
anything
for
else?
another 2 hours and 15
Oh my
minutes is the
god, I could
problem.
not. Anything else before to tie this up?
No, I'm
Uh,
ready to go.
All right, we'll leave everybody off with the question: what are you most excited for? And did you get your Calling Atlanta ticket? Actually, I have 3 questions. If you didn't get your Calling Atlanta ticket, are you going to go anyway for the Zinc Belows? Let us know in the comments below, whether on YouTube or on Spotify. And with that, I'm Cody.
I'm Jacob.
Thanks for watching and listening.